Yo, what's up, dude? Sorry, I'm spacing out. I'm spacing out. What's up, my dudes? Welcome to the stream. Right on time. Right on time, like always. Yeah, no, we did not get the Fox World Cup watcher. Please do not give those guys a hard time. Please, that is the worst possible thing you can do. They picked two guys to do it. They're gonna be great. It's gonna be sick. I'll probably go by Times Square at some point to say hey to them. I'm already putting together all my different fun plans for the World Cup. I'll lay them all out to you guys on like Wednesday. All the different stuff that we're going to be doing. I'm still working on it right now. But we have some very, very fun plans already up. But no, I am not going to be the World Cup watcher guy that sits in Times Square, unfortunately. Late? What are you talking about? Yeah, I feel like I was a little late today. Yeah, I feel like I was a little late today. You know, showed up a little late. Conscience, thank you for the 15 months. Good afternoon. Thank you for the first sub of the day, dude. Remember to scout Martinique, especially when you accidentally let another youth intake wonder kid depart your team before you can use them. Yeah, well, I'll tell you this, though. 65 million is a hell of a lot better than 90,000. I'll tell you this, though. It's a hell of a lot better than $90,000, 65 million. All right? Dead Ham, thank you so much for the 30 months. Hell yeah, brother. Dire Wolf, thank you for the prime. Ducks Fly Together, thank you for the prime. What'd you guys think of the Hidden Grounds as well? What'd you guys think of the Hidden Grounds? That just dropped, obviously. That dropped on Sunday. If you've had a chance to watch it, if you hadn't had a chance to watch it, hopefully you have. Put a lot of heart and soul into all those. Adler does in particular, so hopefully you guys are able to check it out. Yo, Nusi Frangabulum, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Hell yeah, brother. Gonna go buy a Marshall Islands jersey now? I mean, it's not even a charity thing, dude. Those jerseys are sick. I mean, of course, I have my own. Hold on. Match worn, too. That's my match worn Marshall Islands kit. There you go. How are you allowed to keep it? Oh, they actually ended up letting him keep them. That was what they thought they were going to do at the beginning, but they ended up letting him everybody keep one. Any numbers on the back? Yeah. Goalkeeper number, baby. Goalkeeper number, baby. Who do you think we are? Who do you think we are? Yo, Theo with the 20 gifted subs. Oh my goodness gracious. 10 gifted subs from Boolum. 20 gifted subs from Theo. If you got one of those gifted subs, be sure to say thank you. If you don't, you get banned. That's for both those batches of gifted subs. And most importantly, thank you for supporting the stream with kindness, for giving a bunch of people the ad-free experience for the entire month and making them all part of an elite online gaming community. Yeah, but if you don't say thank you, you're banned. You got a great gifted sub. Use that opportunity. Take advantage of it. Theo back in the top gifted sub spot. That's where Theo likes to belong. Theo dominates that top gifted sub spot. Cupanese, thank you for the 10 months. Joe, thank you so much for the 22 months. Joe does editing. He does. He does do that. Anton, thank you for the 3 months. Congrats on cooking your bacon and Axe Power. Thank you for the 34 months. Journey, thank you for the 11 months. Said wife is pregnant. Remember when I said I would name the baby Ebenezer if it's a boy? Well, 6 months pregnant now, and it's a boy. Guess I have to do it now. Look, Ebenezer Atkinson Miro would be really proud. If you named your kid after former great Ebenezer Atkinson Miro, they'd be really proud. Brazilian Fury, thank you for the 29 months. I'm here to continue being a part of this. Hold on, let me check my notes. Ah, yes, gaming community. I see, Brazilian Furry. Okay. Yeah, but no, the Hidden Grounds is out. You guys liked it? It was good. We haven't lost our touch. We haven't lost our touch. It was still good. I hope so. It was a very fun story to be a part of. It was a very fun story to tell. I really enjoyed it. Yeah. Brother, remember your life comes before the meme. Make sure your wife lets you live. Very important message from A-Dubs on YouTube. Yes. Do not name your kid Ebenezer if it's going to cost you your marriage. Do not do that. Yeah, Mombot's just being defensive of her child, but Mombot, it is okay. It is okay. They picked, please. With the Fox thing, it is very okay. You know, you endeavor to try to do things, but when it's not in your hands, it's not in your hands. They pick two guys, and those two guys are going to do great. That's it. Da-da. Da-da. You look so much younger without a beard. Thank you. I like to think I can still turn the clock back at some point. Love to look into the culture of the Marshall Islands as well. Yeah, what was the most surprising thing to you about that video, guys? If you watch the Hidden Grounds, like, obviously I've been buried in the making of that video and seen so many versions of it. What was the most surprising thing about that video to you? Yo, Hamza with the 5 gifted. I mean, we already had Bullam come over the top with the 10, Theo with the monster 20, and now Hamza is given 5 gifted subs. That's small enough I can read that out. Gods, Brad, Carl, Mag, Zia, and Lord Gilmore. Enjoy the bacon, enjoy the emotes. Welcome to an elite online gaming community. Also, hi, Miss Yeti. Nobody else in chat had any manners to say hi, but I'll say hi. God. Didn't realize there was such a huge population of Marshallese in Arkansas. True, I didn't either. Wasn't quite aware of how appalling the post-nuclear testing stuff was. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. It was really bad. I mean, to be fair, I don't think there was much of an understanding of nuclear stuff. But at the time that the tests initially started, they literally were like, look, we're going to bomb this island. And like a couple years later, you guys are just going to move back onto it. You know, which obviously wasn't going to happen. But I think as time went on, there was a refusal to kind of change with the way the knowledge advanced to like help people. You know, where it's like, oh, wait, this is actually really bad. Well, you know, like, never would have guessed the home of Marshall Islands football would be in Arkansas. I mean, literally, there were a ton of Marshallese people there. They have Marshallese grocery store. They have multiple Marshallese churches. Yeah. The most badass quote was, "Oh, dude, Gladius, yeah." Not hoping, working. When I was that interview was kind of just hanging out like after both games. We were on the overlook at the camp like host site, and he said that, dude. I got chills. I was wow. I mean, Gladius is a dog. I'm not even kidding. I think, some 6th division team should just sign him. The physical ability of Gladius is off the charts. There are multiple of those kids that I feel like if they got in the right academy set up, you know, because they're all like 17, 18 years old. You gave them a couple of years, I think they'd be really good. Right? They'd be really good. Did you watch the Morocco versus Norway? Morocco will be a strong opponent. Remember, Morocco's good. Morocco's good, especially if they're not playing super nervous like they were playing at AFCON. When do they play again? So that was their first national team camp, obviously. They're trying to get the league organized in the country, and then I think the following year they're going to try and start playing more traditional home games in the Marshall Islands. I'm still in touch with those guys. So obviously, I'd like to be I'm going to try and be involved for that. Yeah. No, when I'm telling you, I obviously get to watch football in a lot of different places. There are a couple of guys on that Marshall Islands team that can really play, and Gladius is definitely one of them. He is everything you want in a center back. That dude is. He is built like a brick, and he is more than willing to use it. And he's been playing it he's been playing the sport seriously for 2 years, and he's not his touch and passing is not bad. Imagine a La Masia scout showing up to their ground in a few days after seeing the hidden grounds. Yeah, I would. I mean, I'm friends with a lot of those guys, right? So I'm not trying to like judge all of them. I'm just like Aaron, the guy that assisted the goal and then scored the other one, is good. He's legit. He's got a lot of quality, and he's 17. I think they're both 17. Seth can absolutely do a job. He's obviously a little older. He's like 23, I think now. But he's one of those. He's like a work rate wingback, dude. Just covers everything. Honestly, Kairos, the guy that we interviewed about the McDonald's stuff. If you could have Kairos play 11v11 for a couple of years, I think he'd actually be he'd be really good. It's just those guys that have never really been able to play 11v11 before. It's just their positioning. They just don't really know where to be. But their quality with the ball is good. I watched your streams during my girlfriend's entire pregnancy, and now my newborn son is only calmed by your voice. Well, hey, buddy. Your parents are in luck because there is a lot of my voice on the internet. And so if you ever need to help put that kid to sleep, the Zealand Live channel and the Live tab's going to give you hundreds and hundreds and thousands of hours of my voice. I'll put the kid to sleep. Kid's crying in the middle of a party, and you just pull up like a random Melilla stream just to help the kid calm down. Kid's going to be an absolute natural at Football Manager, though. Let me tell you, that kid is going to be a natural at Football Manager. Zia was robbed. Elliot is fine, dude. Always got to be. If you are willing to try to do something, you have to be willing to lose. We lost. That's okay. Because if I had won, somebody else would feel like, they got robbed, It's all well and good, yeah. 4 years we go again? Dude, yeah, if they want to put somebody in Times Square to watch every match 4 years from now, I would probably want to do it again. Why not? I would love it. I don't know. Maybe they gave it to two good guys. I'm actually messaged I messaged both of them to apologize just in case somebody had actually left comments that made them, feel like they had been attacked at all. So I sent them both DMs. I was like, hey, just to let them know, no hard feelings. I'll probably go visit them in the box, dude. Not that hard for me to get to Times Square. Will I be streaming for most of the games? I will announce most of my World Cup plans on Wednesday. I am not going to be watching every match. I'm going to be bit-bopping around, but I've got a lot of fun ideas for videos and streams that you guys will be able to be a part of. So we should have a lot of fun, exciting stuff to do. And I am excited. I was sitting down working on it. I am very excited. Yeah. Didn't you play with a national team and make a video about it like a year ago? I did. That was a brief video about me playing with a national team for a day. Hidden Grounds is more of a comprehensive documentary. I appreciate that, Brookler. So it's a very different type of video and type of experience. Did I see the Erickson situation? Yeah, that dude should stop playing. That guy should stop playing. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a doctor, but I'm just saying. I just feel like if it happens twice, then obviously you weren't really able to fix it the first time. You know, that would just freak me out because I would be like, oh, it's kind of like I blew out my knee and then they fixed it. And they're like, oh, it's stronger now than it was before after we fixed it. And then if it goes again, you're kind of like, I don't know if I ever want to walk anymore. Christian Eriksen collapsed on the field again, dude. I don't think this one is bad, but he actually collapsed on the field again. You're like, man, stop. Yeah. He's also, it's not like he's a 22-year-old wonder kid. It's like he's had a really good career, you know? All right, Chad, obviously at the end of the last transfer stream, we got some crippling news. Silvio Mustapic from our youth academy. He was slated to be one of the regular first-team players on our team. Let's pull up the notes here. Mustapic was slated to be one of the key players for us after one loan out to another La Liga club. I don't think he's like an amazing player yet, but he's obviously got a great mentality. He's from our academy. He had some room to keep growing. But you know, he's had his $65 million release clause triggered. And that, you know, it's going to send him off to Al Hilal. We're not able to negotiate or talk to him. His wage is going to be absolutely massive.
I'm not ready for full
you know, that's it.
Yet. I said,
he had a great year last year in the Liga.
I'm not letting you go. She responded, prefer extra time. I'm not ready for full time yet.
I don't know if I got that one, Loki. We had dinner, and after I paid the bill, she said, prefer extra time. I'm not ready for full time yet. I said, you're a keeper. I'm not letting you go. She responded, prefer extra time. I'm not ready for full time yet. I don't know if I got it. I didn't exactly give you the best reading. That might be on me. But thank you for the 46 months. Closing in on the 4 years. It's going to be great. Graceful Ninja, thank you for the 3 months of the Prime. My wife just named our newborn twins Juan and Amal. She only kept a picture of Juan in her purse. When I asked why, she said, when you've seen Juan, you've seen them all. B+. Once and only Max, thank you for the 11 months of the Prime. That's pretty good, Graceful Ninja. Only 3 months sub, getting a B+. Closing in on that year, you're dang right you are. George, thank you for the 63 months. Thank you for being a great mod, man. You're about the radioactive cat. He has 18 half-lives. F. Yo, Gamer, thank you for the 200 bits. Love the new Hidden Grounds. It was very interesting to watch as it was what the very first internationals were probably like in the 19th century with players, kits, and grounds. Yeah, I mean, it really was. You know, it was like a throwback to eras where the national pool was kind of just dudes you knew, you know. Automatrix, thank you for the 80 months. I appreciate you, brother. That's an incredibly long time. You are a legend of the community, Automatrix. Congrats on the big 8-0. Random guy somewhere, thank you for the 8 months. And Loibster, thank you for the 52 months. My wife left me over obsession with cooking pasta. I feel cannelloni right now. I went to see Wicked on Broadway. I was so disappointed there wasn't a single candle in the entire show. Wicked. Oh, I hated that. D-, Loibster. Because Wicked is spelled like that. It's terrible. That's, no. Saberdon, thank you for the 2 months. If this team doesn't win the Europa League, the coach should be fired. Well, let's hold on with that for a second. Let's hold on. All right. Bartolini, thank you so much for the Prime as well. And Luke, thank you for the 50 bits. I'm watching the Netherlands, Uzbekistan on my screen. I got to say, it's embarrassing. There are barely 100 people in the stadium. Where? Where are they playing? Bro, where are they playing? Why am I going into Facebook right now? I don't have authorization to view this page. Well, that's weird. Icon Stadium, New York at 2:45 in the afternoon on a Monday. What is I've lived in New York for 5 years. A 5,000 seat stadium now in Randall's Island Park. Randall's Island. Bro, I've lived here for 5 years. I don't know where Randall's Island is. Bro, I thought that was Rikers. That's Rikers. So this is Manhattan, right? These are restaurants that I've marked, apparently, on this account. There's one down in Brooklyn, too. This is Brooklyn. This is Queens. This is the Bronx. This is Staten Island. Welcome to New York. They're playing. Where, dude, what is this? Why? I'm surprised there's 100 people there. What are they doing? At 2:45 on a Monday, they're playing on an island that I didn't know existed, and I've lived here for 5 years. There are so many stadiums here. Why are they playing there? There's so many like stadiums that they could have had, like there's a pre-World Cup friendly in the United States. Catch it at Mets Park or something. Also, why is it in New York? The United States has 1 billion stadiums that you could get 5 or 10,000 people to show up to watch the Netherlands play Uzbekistan. Like, traffic, dude. It's the U.S. You can go to play at a high school, play anywhere, man. Rutgers has a soccer team, play there. Like anywhere. Somewhere on Long Island at all. You could go up to like Winchester. They've got a League One. They've got a League One team. I mean, there's a damn baseball stadium in Coney Island. Like if you come out to Coney Island, there's Maimonides Park. This is where Brooklyn FC plays. It's really pretty. Like you can't play at Maimonides Park at least. They put the field in the outfield like where NYCFC plays at the Yankees Park. It's NYCFC's reserve team stadium. Can't get a proper stadium because the Knicks, Netherlands, slowly adjusting to the heat by playing in New York City before going to Dallas. All right. Well, I don't want to hear any nonsense about how there's no fans there because it's because that's like the United States' fault. That is the most random friendly I've ever heard of. I'm not unsettled by an island. I'm just telling you that there are 1 million. Like, if you wanted to actually play a friendly in front of people, there are 1 million places you could have played that. Ridiculous. Yeah, also, the Dallas Stadium has a roof. What do you mean they're getting used to the heat? They're playing inside. It's an indoor venue, man. It's an indoor venue. All right, Mustapic is leaving. Let's reorient ourselves with our other transfer activity. We've had an offer of $35 million up front, $75 million overall accepted for Baikon Shabazz, the midfielder from Ajax, who's got a great, pace, passing, and kind of mental fortitude and creativity sort of thing. And he's a real threat in front of goal as well. We're also working on getting this 22-year-old goalkeeper in to be our kind of our third goalkeeper. Now, in terms of sales, we're moving Yasir Mahdi for $21.5 million, which is a tremendous deal for the boys. Loan. Greven Rodriguez is moving for $1.2 million, or no, we're going to get rid of that and have him do a... Okay, we'll find him again later. It's basically $1.5 million after 5 matches to Sochaux. He will play 5 matches over the course of the season. We'll get $300,000 more. We get a $6 million offer from PSV for former backup goalkeeper Teodor Pizarro. We've signed a new one from free agency that we like better. We got a $5.5 million offer eventually, but it's all guaranteed money for Ali Hapsalo, who we signed for free and had play in the B team for 1 year. Of course, there's Mustapic, who's had his release clause triggered for $65 million. Now the question is, Who else do we want to move? Which would be Danny Avande, who we can't offer out anymore. We have to just receive an offer. And then, of course, there's the impending danger of Ruben Sosa, who, if Barcelona ponies up with $77 million, will be on the move. At which point we would need this Spanish guy to be kind of part of the goalkeeping rotation. Guys that we have to move, we're looking at Facundo Aguirre right now. And we're also really aggressively trying to move Javier just to free up the minutes on the team. I'm less energetic about moving Villalba now that it looks like Silvio Mustapic, assuming he accepts the contract, is going to be headed for the door. Right, just obviously less excited about that overall. But we do have enough other players that are going to be relevant to this first team with Navas and, Lopez Teixeira joining the side that we're going to be good. We gonna be good. We gonna be good. Okay, we...
Egyptians don't have to worry
that.
about back problems because they have a good chiropractor.
B-, Mad Cratter, B-. It was solid. Thank you for the 19 months. Footbear, thank you for the 4 months as well. What's our emergency goalkeeper plan if Sosa goes? Then we have, where is he? Ovi Ejahiri with the goggles. Yeah, Pizarro would be sold. Sosa would be sold. We'd have Ovi Ejahiri, Rodrigo Lira. We have a couple of decent goalkeepers on the B team. Rodrigo Lira, Timmy Schmidt, Sergio Conceição. I think it'd be a pretty open competition to see which one gets that. I want Conceição to be the starter on the B team this cycle. We're trying to loan Lira, but his demands for playing time are so ridiculous, we might just look to sell him, to be honest. Right now, we're just hanging on to Lira and just letting him kick and scream and be sad so that we can get him Spanish nationality, and then we'll move him. Yeah. Swagmaster 9000 is definitely in the running for sure, but we've got a stable of pretty young goalkeepers that might be able to step into the role and do something. Sergio Conceição, even though he's got all the potential, I feel like he's not really ready to play at the level that we need to play at. We definitely want to season him with the B team for a year or two, because he's not really been getting regular reps at any point in his career. So who else are we looking to sell at this point? Pizarro, we have a sale actively agreed. Evande, but we have to wait for an offer. Aguirre, Madi, Hapsalo, and Monir Sorgard Anderson, but we have not been able to get the right offer for him yet. Alejandro Martel. I think we actually got an offer for Alejandro Martel, but we're good there. Versales, Van Royen, Sar, Samuel. I think we loaned Samuel, right? We at least have a loan agreed for Samuel, so I think we can cross him off for this year. Cessa, Ortega, Duran. So we have Sarai, we have Mark Casado. We also have this new midfielder coming in, which we will absolutely have the money for. Kenny Gonzalez, we need to re-up our efforts to find a move for him. We're going to have to get rid of a midfielder. I would prefer it be Andrew Ortega. His issues with injuries in that first season and him not really fitting exactly what we want to get out of our squad is definitely a thing. So I think that we really want to move him. Also, I don't know if I'm in this pop mood here. Let's see if we can shift gears. See if we can get a new mood with the tunes. We'll start it off a little Rain Me In, perhaps. That's a bop. All right. We got to loan Richie Partita. Nobody seems to want him. Audrey and Azir Silva we need to sell. Those guys are not going to be relevant for the first team, so they got to move. Gigo, Villamil, Parguinas has been sold. Sad times at Ridgemont High. And we've got Lopes Teixeira who's come in. Aguiar, Daniel, Eustace. Do we want to explore Urbanic? I don't know. I feel like he is starting to really settle in on this team, so maybe not. Do. All right, you're going first team. I can't change that actually while they're out on loan. I can't change what team they appear on, which is a little annoying. Tim, you're definitely training first team right now, dog. I'm not gonna lie. You're training first team. Monier, Sergert, Anderson's a sell. Audrey's a sell. I think we already have like big offer outs going out around him. Monier, Sergert, Anderson. The offer was like 27,000 or something. It's a little ridiculous. But I tried to negotiate it up towards 90 and they said no. Sad. Sad. Don't. All right, this is our first team right now. Shigehiro, Yande, Palafox, Villamil, loans already agreed. Kenny Gonzalez, it is transfer o'clock, man. That value is dropping like a stone once again. Me.
Just been watching your Marshall Islands video. Great job.
Appreciate that. Yo, Deshaun, thank you for the tier 2. Thank you for the 5 months, brother. Hell yeah. Closing in on that 6 months. Soon. Soon. Hashtag soon. Navas needs to go on the list. I don't know. What was that noise? There's going to be like one person in the chat that gets this. Every time I hear this part of this song, and you can only hear it on Twitch, on YouTube, you're just going to have to vibe with me. But there's like a part of the Rain Me In, the song. Every time I hear that part, the like one part where Olivia Dean is singing, I think of that one Indian dude on Instagram and TikTok who like sings he sings the songs with like the super goofy like early Microsoft backgrounds. Every time I hear that part of the song, that's the dude I see it just like flashes across my brain. You guys know what I'm talking about? Let me see if I can find it. I think his name's Darshan Magdum. Let me see. I think I found it.
Zed, if it's up to you, would you sell Ma's star pick for 65 million?
He's so good, dude. He is so good. Dude, I
Wow,
love
14
Darshan.
months, never even realized.
I love Darshan. I will rock out to every single one of those. The background, just like the way he moves when he's singing it. It's just so good. It's so good. He does a lot of songs. He's been like brought on stage at festivals and stuff. The guy's like incredibly famous on Instagram and TikTok and stuff. It's awesome. The background really ties the room together. Exactly. Doo-doo. All right, Javier. We're keen about nobody's willing to make an offer for him right now. I'm worried that at some point Javier is going to get upset with me and I'm not going to be able to do anything about it. But yeah, we've moved Timmy Schmidt up to the first team, especially with the looming danger around Ruben Sosa. But yeah, Mustapic out. New guy in. All right, this is a big loan. This is a big loan right here. Bruce Zulu, I think, could be worth a lot of money. This kid's got more room to grow. He plays left back. He plays left wing. He's going to have the opportunity to keep adding to his game. He's playing La Liga ball this year. He's literally going to be playing in La Liga all year. I think Bruce Zulu could be a first-team player next year. He's been a real surprise. He's been a real surprise. We popped him in the B team, and he produced nearly 20 goal contributions playing as that kind of left-sided player. And I think he has the tools to be able to play defense for us. He's not great at it, but he's still there. So, that is a La Liga loan for Zulu. I'm really, really happy with that loan. Let's get him marked. Bruce. That guy absolutely could be a first-team player next year. Playable, yes. Enjoyable, valid. Do. Obviously not one of the big money moves, but what's our transfer budget at? Because we obviously just completed the splashes for Teixeira and Navas. Baby tomorrow. I should probably be scheduling my friendlies the way that I want. Sorry, I appreciate the friendly offers. Don't accidentally reject this. Huerta's agreed to a loan. All right, where Roberto Huerta? See you later, dude. Can't wait for Bruce to develop, only for his release clause to hit. Sorry, somebody asked me, Rudolph, thank you for the 23 months. Somebody said, would I take the 65 million for Mustapic? I mean, obviously, the thing that sucks the most is that if they're willing to meet the $65 million release clause, I'm always going to believe that if I was able to negotiate, I would have gotten more money. Right? I don't know necessarily if that's true, but I'm always going to believe that. In terms of, do I think it's good value for us to sell Mustapic for $65 million? I think if you look at the player that he is right now, I think it's a great deal for us. The only question is then, like, how much better is he going to get? If he really over the next couple of years is going to become like a world beater, would I have taken a flat $65 million offer without negotiating? No. Do I have an issue in principle with selling somebody of the ability level of Mustapic for that amount of money?
Insert something witty.
It's a good deal. It's a good deal. It is a good deal. Intercit, dang it, they're semi-pro. Frickin' okay. Monier Sergert Anderson, we're just going to go ahead and take that. That's what he's being offered out for right now after his value went down. Okay. We have to continue once and then cancel that loan that we just accepted. Brother, we did not get Bike and Shabazz. He re-upped with Ajax? Well, there goes our big splash signing. All right, chat. I really respect what this guy's done. We signed him for $500,000 way back. He's become a very regular player in the Costa Rican national team. He just never showed that higher level potential to be able to break into our first team. And we're selling Greven Rodriguez for $1.5 million after he plays 5 matches, but he did make 1 or 2 appearances for the first team while he was a B team guy. He is not a bad player. He will have a long professional career. He never showed that spark to get to the next level where he could actually make me want to include him in our first team. Okay, now friendlies. We have to play Gymnastic Tarragona, I think. Play Napoli. Nice welcome to the welcome to the preseason match there. Play Gladbach. Opponent, similar reputation. Let's get Braga down here. And then we'll go over to August and go to the 13th, and that'll be our final friendly, and that's going to be against a nearby team, Atletico Melilla. Just to keep those games alive, give some exposure to the other local teams in the neighborhood. All right. Well, if we're not going to get Baikon Shabazz, then we probably need to consider other major transfer introductions into the team. Anderson Luis Finn is under offers from El Nasser, Bournemouth, and Inter. Everybody's in on him right now. Barcelona's Tony Fernandez. He's more of an offensive player, and considering the amount of money we've already spent on that part of the team, it's just not something I want to do. Silvio LaMonica just doesn't have the size. He's a left-sided player. And we're not really in the business of spending that much money on a left-sided player. Naboya Militic. Man, that was the big slam dunk signing, was just throwing a ton of money at Baikon Shabazz. I think at this point now, I think we'll throw our lot in to try and get Anderson Luis Finn. If we need to upgrade our midfield, I think Anderson Luis Finn's the next route for that. He's the next guy. All right, Mark Carrasco's got a loan to Real Murcia. Congrats. Happy for you. See you later, buddy. He's got the same interest in joining all of the teams that are... Oh my God, look at his wage. Did you see it? Do you see the wage he's demanding? Yeah, it's sick, dude. Thanks. Love that. That's sick. Wants $24 million a year. Dude, even if I was a massive club, I wouldn't pay that guy that. You can't move somebody you're paying that much. They're immovable. Maybe we just spend $20 million, bring in Ivan, and just develop our next center back. The guy's potential is supposed to be incredible. But there are not a lot of... and then Douglas Nunes, the big issue with him is even though he'd be a great center back pickup for the way that we like to play, they're just not letting him go for less than $66 million, which is just a ton of money. $66 million up front is just an absolutely mammoth amount of money. Let me do this by position, so I'm starting to get lost a little bit in the sauce here. So yeah, Bicon, Shabazz, I know you're not interested in playing for me, so I know all that's wrong.
Hi Zealand, do you know the English will do after winning the World Cup? Turn off the PlayStation?
That's funny. Thank you for the 42 months. I'm stealing that one if I'm ever in an argument with an English person. Non-legit camper, thank you for the 35 months. That was very witty, I thought. Yo, Nate, thank you for the 14 months. Never even realized you were making some serious headway, dude. You're making some serious headway. Thank you guys for being part of the Hammers. I know he's not EU, chat, but that door might be open. And I have loved Jesus Rodriguez since he was 19, man. Like at least 4, maybe even 5 years I've had this guy on my short list, and I've been like, let me tell you why, right? Because this guy's not even necessarily an attributes guy. He is entirely either-footed. He is silky smooth top level with both feet. Tries killer balls, dictates tempo, long-range passes, and switch balls to the wide area. He also is consistent and enjoys big matches. He is just about everything you could possibly need to be able to handle situations well, to be able to maximize what he can do. He's like a tremendous, tremendous useful player. And then he's also unflappable. Right? He's a very professional player. We'll look up the exact kind of realist stuff. It's nice to have this personality guide open, I think. It's been helpful. This dude has 0 sport. Good. He's a dirty player. Damn right he's a dirty player. Oh, and unflappable means, it's the really high pressure. And he's got a great personality. His temperament's great. Miradan, thank you for the 33 months. How do I convince her to name our kid Melilla? Your girlfriend is pregnant. Show her Melilla bad boy highlights. I don't think there will even need to be a conversation after that. Monitor your credit. Thank you for the 42 months. Yeah, I mean, like, Jesus Rodriguez, he's got just such nice tools to work with that I really, really like. And I've always really, and not to mention, dude is he's an every down player, every match player for the Mexican national team, right? His experience is really high already, and I'm going to buy him. And I'm going to buy him. Now, I'm not going to do it right now. He's the favorite in the clubhouse, though. Like, if we get farther in this transfer window and we don't have another foreign player, he's the guy we're going to go after. But there is one thing, chat, that we do need to do before we go anywhere. Before we do anything, we need to take a look at our coaching team and maybe potentially replace some of these month-to-month guys. See if we can improve our coaching team, right? Because one of the most important things that you can do is make sure that your staff behind the scenes is the real deal, right? Got to make sure your staff behind the scenes is the real deal. So we'll start with a simple set piece coach, right? He's outstanding at set pieces. It's going to be hard to find somebody that's better than Andrea Russo. But we'll try. I mean, we're basically looking for somebody that's just like the best set piece coach possible. Now, let me tell you what. Who these guys are. Simeon Corbalin, Makis Divanis. This guy have, no, he is Continental Pro. Okay. Any of these guys not have Continental Pros? We just sign and develop. He has a Continental A, but his determination is so low, it kind of makes me want to cry. This guy's determination is good. His authority's not very good, but I think that Divanis is the guy that we want. It's a new set piece coach. Pay $165,000 a year for 4 years if you want to come coach the set pieces at my team, Makis Divanis. Also, if we ever sign a dude that's Greek, now we'll have somebody that speaks the language that's able to do all the business. All right, we have 3 performance analysts whose contracts are up. That's recruitment analysts. So performance analyst is going to be tactical knowledge, analyzing data. So we have a very good, very good, a very good, very good, and then we also have a very good, good. So we should at least be able to replace one of those positions. We'll see if we can replace all of them. Right, performance analysis is very important. Gives you a lot of your information for just how well players are doing at certain things. Well, give me very good. Oh, yeah. All right. What about the other way? What about with higher tactical knowledge? No. Okay. The tactical knowledge is always way harder to get than analyzing data. That's something that's a little easier to figure out. So let's sort by salary expectations. We'll start with these unemployed guys. Sebastian Geppert. All right, he doesn't have a lot of authority, but he is a tremendous performance analyst. They're actually able to do both. What about the other guy? Fabian Friedrich. All right. 48-year-old German performance analyst. We're going to negotiate a little bit because nobody else is trying to get him. Save myself $50,000 a year there. Thank you, Fabian Friedrich. And then we can replace one of those guys with Sebastian Geppert. He's also a skilled performance analyst. Nobody else is after him, so we're going to do a little negotiating. Never want to go below where we went initially because that's going to cause all sorts of problems. Oh, you got me, Sebastian. All right, any of these guys like standouts? Oh, he's elite. But his mental stuff is actually quite bad. That's interesting. But his analyzing data is elite. What about Chris Barrowcliff? Felix Pickler? Renee Braun. Well, these guys are really bad mentally. This guy's a sensational recruitment analyst, but he's a head performance analyst right now, and usually head guys don't want to accept less than a head guy somewhere else. Rytro, thank you for the 10 months. Staff is stealing away. They're not stealing a wage. We need these guys. All right, Steve Beal's elite, so I think we'll just go ahead and sign him too. But we need to make sure that we sign him for the right position, so performance analyst. Look, man, you got to be a performance analyst. Okay. He's like, I don't like that job as much, so it's going to take more money. But with the elite stuff, I think we're good there. Okay, staff, coaching team. That's it for the analysts. Head performance analyst, head of youth development, head coach. That's me. Think I'm still in a job last time I checked. All right, so now it's coaches. What do we need? Riley Shima could potentially be on the chopping block. There's Riley Shima. And then there's Miradan. Oh, then there's a whole wall of these guys. Okay. Where's my snipping tool? Just trying to take a little snapshot right here of these guys, so I've got it for reference. There we go. There we just go to training. Just figure out if these guys are doing a job that we're going to be able to find somebody better at. Coaching assignments. So let's go to coaches. Miradan's kind of spread out a little bit. He is not considered one of the better coaches on this team. So we can find a coach that's able to level up our coaching in some aspect. We're going to want to go with that for sure. All right, we're also looking for Watterson, Gross, Coles, Kendall, and Chanoir. Uh-oh. Coles, Kendall. might be in trouble here. Coles Kendall's also kind of a backup coach. Shanwar's kind of a backup coach. Shanwar's best stuff is defensive, and it's just 4. So if we can find some other sort of opening for somebody better. Riley Shima's in the same boat. Riley Shima is attacking tactical. It's very good, but not great. And then Captain Watterson's also in the same boat. So I'm the main attacking coach, but there's definitely a lot of openings for attacking coaches that we could go after. Time Intensive is also somebody that we can, we can replace pretty comfortably. As a backup assistant coach, we can just get another first team coach in. So, who you got, baby? To each other, just nice to each other, something. Sealand requests a meeting. Scariest words in sports. What we're going to do is just open this up for all coaches that would be interested in working for us. And then we're going to go to rating. And we're going to sort by top rating. And then with that in place, we're just going to narrow this down to find guys that are like really good. Well, what coaching levels do we need help with? I didn't really assess that. We could use a better defensive technical and possession technical coach. And then we could use, some 5 stars after that. So, but there's no 5-star coaches out there for us. Good thing to know, though. All right, so we don't really need attacking, right? We need defense, anybody with elite defensive coaching ability. Okay, that doesn't exist, but outstanding, and then we might be able to find, like, the high-rated guys. So Adrian Benitez. Oh, yeah, I can see it. Oh, I can see it. This guy's got the tools, baby! He's got the tools! Definitely a guy, here's a guy that we really want to go after, all right? Pretty big fee to sign him, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 open spots in the coaching team right now, so we definitely want to get Adrian Benitez in there. Maybe there's somebody who's a defensive coach that's got a little bit more juice here, but I doubt it. Oh, this guy's possession. I think that guy's a 5-star possession coach. And then there's Chris Smalling, who I think's elite motivating, might put him over the top. Diogo Pavia's good. Jim Camfins, more of a tactical guy. So he's not somebody. And then there's Benitez, who we already offered. I don't know about Yuri's Dirks, but he does have a boost to the technical side and defense. Can we get contracts? It's just down to Antonio Barragan. But let me switch this to contracts. Damn you. And Yavuz Sean Dugane. Elite working with youngsters. That dude's literally a coach on my B team right now. 3 of these guys are coaches on my B team right now. No, that tracks. That does track. So Benitez for sure. We're going to go after Real Betis again because they just got relegated, so we can probably shake these guys free pretty easily. Antonio Barragan. He wants to be a U19s coach. I actually want you in the first team, Doug. He's like, I want this contract for more years, actually. All right, Diogo Pavia. So we have 6 guys that we're looking to replace. My goodness, how much are you making right now? Holy Christchurch, New Zealand. Okay. It's a lot of money, Diogo, but you're a good coach, okay? Jim Camfins. Nah, I don't really like Jim Camfins as much. So we've offered, what, 3? Barragan, Pavia, Benitez. Let's go for Smalling as well. We tried to get Smalling previously. We want somebody of Chris Smalling's experience. So we're going 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 6. Yeah. Now, what we are going to do is add possession coaching is like really high level, and the only guy there is Jim Camphans. So in that sense, we probably should sign Jim Camphans. We're going to invest some serious money in improving the coaching team here. Now, I want to be clear, not all of these guys are going to accept this deal. But all right, Leonin Pineda. Fortunately, this guy's in Mexico, so it should be a lot easier to get to. He's a pure technical attacking coach, but he actually looks like a... I go 185 and go down. All right, that should be it for the squad, and then we want to look for another... We want to look for another assistant coach. We like to have two. There you go. That's why we like to have two, because you're going to be able to get guys that are just super good. Because they want to come in and be an assistant coach. So, Robert Glatzel. I mean, who's my other assistant coach right now? We have two. Right? We have our two assistant coaches. It's Jexner and Time Intensive. I think Time Intensive, your time is done. Yeah, we want to go with one of these two 5-star guys. Whether it's Shabir Azufi, who's from Afghanistan. He's got better, ability to judge players. His player management's really good. What's his personality? Balanced. What about the other guy? Robert Glatzel. Resolute. But the authority being unsuited, really jars me, The elite motivating and the elite attacking. Like, Shabir Azufi, I don't think he's as good of a coach, but I think he's a better assistant coach, if that makes sense. But Robert Glatzel, even though he has no authority... Don't really need to worry about that, though, do we? Because we have our general manager, who basically is the other set of eyes on our squad. So I think we go with Mr. Attack God. I think, unfortunately, we're not going to go with the Afghan assistant coach, even though he's really good. We're going to try to get Glatzel, and it looks like he'd be cheaper and at least easier to get onto the payroll. And he could be a truly gifted offensive coach, and he's got a good personality, and as an assistant coach, that's going to be more important as that kind of imparts down to the rest of the team. So I'm cool with that. We also have 2 more openings for the coaching room, so we'll probably be able to hang on to a couple more of these guys, assuming we sign all the guys we think we're going to be able to sign. All right, recruitment team. We got a couple openings in the scouting department. We have openings for recruitment analysts as well. There's always a good number of month-to-month lads in this collection. Let's get rid of anything that's not a scout here. So we've got 2 recruitment analysts, Samar Derwish, who's a very good, and Rodrigo Araujo, who's a very good. Remember, we also have an open spot there. And then Night Virus, who's our loan manager. I think we can do better than Night Virus. I ain't gonna lie. I think we're gonna be able to get a much better loan manager than Night Virus. Let's do our analysts first. Analyzing data, judging player ability. One's that performance analyst guy, but one is this guy, Seam Yonkers. Wants a ton of money, but analysts are always expensive. Okay. Yeah, look, we got a ton of money coming into the club now, so being able to pay for, really large staff that's going to be able to support this type of club is key. This is going to be the more rare one. Miguel Kane. And Alex Holmstrom, it's a head performance analyst at Bodo Glimt. I don't think that guy's going to want to join us.
So Zealand. Did
Yup.
you get rejected from Fox Sports for too much or too little forehead?
There was a forehead requirement. I exceeded what they were looking for, you know, and if you can't handle all of this woman, then you don't deserve it. So, no, there wasn't any forehead requirement. We just tried to get something and we didn't get it. It happens. All right, we want a loan manager. Shea Smith is the highest rated one possible. He's elite at motivating, outstanding at people management, and judging ability. I would love to see... Hold on, can I add just a condition? Is there like a general and you just put rating on there? Because this saved me a lot of time. Do that, and then we can turn this to mental. And I'm just looking for somebody that isn't like terrible mentally. All right, there's a couple guys who have the outstanding. I'm just looking for one of them that is like okay mentally. Is it Shea Smith? Then there's Alex Spratt, the Scottish loan manager who's working at Everton, who's got it all, man. He's got it all. That's what I want. I want it all. David Pry. See, he's got it. That's why he's at a team. Leon Akrainer. He's got outstanding determination. I think we go with Leon Akrainer. Bro! Bro! Wow! All right, Shay. Where's Shay? He's fine. They know how much you like loans. Yeah, apparently that's just too much public knowledge, chat. Apparently. Ninja, thank you so much for the prime. Welcome to the Hammers. And thank you for the 50 months, Jacksoner. Congrats on half a century. I appreciate it. I think loan manager, I mean, it's always one of the more expensive positions because it's one of the top positions in your back room. We'll lock him down in that position for, I mean, we have so many guys on loan. We need a guy that's going to be a loan manager. He has elite motivating, which I feel like might actually affect, you know, the ability of those players to be motivated on their loans in the first place. Obviously, you cannot be sure because it is a little bit of a black box effect there, but all right, scouts. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 scouts they're up for it. All right, we're looking at outstanding, very good, outstanding, outstanding, very good, outstanding, very good, very, very good, and, okay. Outstanding, very good. Shrimp is very, very good. Okay, very, very good. Yeah, we can be very good, then we are, definitely going to be able to clean up some people, but it's never that easy. Scouts are a tough thing to sign for because the best ones, there are not a lot of them. There are definitely not a lot. Alrighty, let's narrow this down, huh? Let's narrow this down. Are there any truly elite individuals out there? Marcus Palawa, Chief Scout IX. Which I believe my Chief Scout position is not open. No, currently held by Rimo, who is a really good scout in his own right. Okay, so Palawa is a no, but what we're looking for is maybe a large number of outstanding people, and that's what we have right here, and we can check their contracts and maybe go after the people that are a little cheaper. Edward Gaff, for example, would be a good get. We have 2 open spots. Now, what we need to do is be able to convince him that he should take this job, even though he won't be the chief scout. Which we're able to do with a normal amount of money for a scout of that quality. Ricardo Correa is the same thing. He's a chief scout, but his wage is so low that we should be able to get him to... No? All right. Good talk, man. Good talk. Salvatore Monaco is the same thing. Gonna try the exact same plan here again. 1 for 3. Hot start. Okay, PSV Eindhoven's Jarno Vabeke. So we got one guy offered. Jarno Vabeke is the guy we're going to offer as well. Uli Moore. Unsuited adaptability is hilarious. It's just like the only instance in which I'm not going to be able to use you. Chief Scout. All right, not a Chief Scout. Manu Miko. So we have basically 2 offers out right now. That is not the huge improvement of the scouting staff that we're looking for. Manu Miko is reasonably priced enough. Fernando Navarro be a good get. This is all dependent on who says yes, right? We're just going to take a few shots at some reasonably priced scouts. Somebody says yes, they say yes. Mario Vossen, I'm not playing the unsuited game. I'm not playing that game either, Simon. You got to be able to go somewhere in the world and it not be the end of the world. Luca Loria. Oh, dog. If you say yes to that, I'll take it. That's going to be a pricey buyout. Oh, man. It's going to be like $1 million to buy out that contract to get that guy in. All right. I'd rather keep all the other scouts that we have on our team. So let's move on to the next section, which would be the physiotherapy section. So we got a couple sports scientists that have popped up. We have elite, outstanding, and very good. Barso Jr., you're being replaced by somebody who's already been at the club for a while. Dyleson Paulucio is going to be promoted to be our chief sports science, or our head of sports science. Long overdue, really, if you ask me. Long overdue. And that is going to fire our head of sports science, Barso Jr. Maybe that's why I've been struggling with injuries so much. Barso Jr., head of sports science, not actually that good. A holdover from a different era of signing these guys. Now, all of our physios in the first team should be elite. So we should just seek to re-extend their contracts and keep them happy, hanging out. No concerns with the physiotherapy staff here. Well, I mean, there are concerns, but in terms of the ability of our physios themselves and their ability to treat injuries and get guys back on the field as quickly as possible. Now, sports science is where you win. That's where you are able to prevent injuries with high-level sports science. So we're just looking for more elite sports scientists, really. I mean, what's our staff limit on these guys? I think it's still 1, right? Yeah, like we have 1 too many sports scientists for some reason. Like, we're not allowed to expand our number of sports scientists. So maybe since we're promoting Paul Lucio, we might be able to replace Ginta Nishi and get another elite sports scientist into the team. And I think that would be a good get, obviously. Okay, elite sports science. Leondi Van Ziel. Oh my goodness. She wants U19s, which that might be something that we want to keep in our back pocket, I'm not going to lie. Because we could just go after Yuya Maeda, who wants to be a sports scientist in the first team. And then just offer Yuya Maeda the contract, and then we can offer her a contract as, as part of the coaching staff at our U19s team. Okay, so we're done there. We're done there. Let's go take a peek at the UD Melilla B team. A very, very important part of this team overall. They work with the same coaches that work in the first team. Let's take a look at the contracts. The B team set piece coach, the guy named Philip Wirtz, because we do actually have a set piece coach spot on this team. Also, the head performance analyst of the B team, who is a good Antoine Chabrier, and another performance analyst, Saeed Morsi, who's actually better than him. Joris Dirks, we're definitely not going to do better than Joris Dirks. We're just going to extend Joris's contract. Joris is literally somebody that came up in our search for a first-team coach, so don't think we need to worry about that. Philip Wirtz is a very good and meh set-piece coach. So let's get after it. B team. Remember, we don't have to do like scouting department for these teams, so this always goes a lot faster. We got to lower our staff interest. Change the interested position to set piece coach, and then we're looking for somebody above a very good. Galder San Miguel is super, well, easy money. Easy money. Dude's unemployed. He'll take anything we throw at him. Let's go! Yeah! Got to instill the Haram ball early. Full agree. And then it was just performance analysts, right? We're looking for a head performance analyst that can beat good, which is not hard to do. No outstanding. Watch this. Lower this. Boom. Damn it. Yes! We got a couple on the very good level, at least. Rasmus K. Josef Straka. Satoshi Satori. Okay. Anybody better at people management at all? This guy, Bernd Eibler. We're actually going to pay the fee to bring him over because I believe that being able to, manage other people is an important part of the job. So we're going to make it a really intriguing job. He can be the B team head performance analyst, but our B team is a really important part of our team. So we want somebody that's going to be able to manage everybody really appropriately. Satoshi Atori. We have a couple other Japanese guys that are kind of part of this team too. So you're going to be a B team performance analyst. Don't move it. Just take the job. All right. Do we have any openings there? I didn't see any openings. Well, in the coaching staff we do. We actually have another spot for another performance analyst. So leave that door open, and we're getting Rasmus as well. Going for Rasmus. Probably don't need to lock it. Definitely don't need to lock it. 3 more spots for coaches. So let's just get the highest rated coaches we can get our hands on with this B team. Guess what? Joris Dirks, Benjamin Fuchs. This dude's at Gushtepe, which means his wage is super low, which means we're going to be able to absolutely hammer this and pick him up. Actually, I'm going to offer that to you and then come back with an $81,000 offer per year. Antonio Barragan, we've already offered a first-team job, unfortunately. These guys, Kaio Manka.
We have the Lone Army and the Couch Army.
Yari Bosch. Yo, Haram Haram Tavish, would you want to come back? He would! Former first team coach Haram Haram Tavish is returning as a B team coach. Let's go! Got to instill the Haram early, chat. Got to instill the Haram early. Haram Tavish, he's reevaluated his career, where he's at, how much his family loved North Africa, right? And he's just decided that it would be a really good move for him and his family to, come back to North Africa and be a part of the UD Melilla setup again. All right, Daiki Masuzawa. Gonna be the last one. Also, I've learned this lesson. If we're replacing somebody on the B team, we need to fire them before. So is anybody being replaced? Yeah, both these guys. So terminate contract of Antoine Chabris, and then Saeed Morzi as well, and Philip Wirtz. So they have to be gone when the other guy's hired, or else it'll tell us that there is no room for that person. So we're going to avoid that problem. We do have our one chief scout who's a part-time, month-to-month guy. We just go ahead and fire him. Don't think we need any scouting staff down here. All right, B team. B team physiotherapy staff. We actually have 2 open physiotherapy spots for the team this year. So let's hit that. Help this team stay fit. Patrick Renderer. All right, what about B team physio, though? That was not that much of a change, bro. That was not that much of a change. All right, this guy's the head physio, but for a team way down in the 4th division of France. This would be a big career move. Really? Really? Okay. Jesus Moran. I kind of need these guys to accept this. Well, that's weird, considering it said that you were interested in the job. Cedric Schmidt.
What do you call an American player in the knockout stages of the World Cup? A referee.
Who are you kidding? They wouldn't let a referee ref the knockout stages of the World Cup. Nice jokes. All right, there we go. We got our 2 physios in for the B team. Let's go take a look at the U19's coaching staff. All right, so all performance analysts are good. We have 2 goalkeeping coaches. I don't know why. So could probably just get rid of one if I had to guess. Bekir Arpachi. We actually have 2 open spots in the coaching team as well. Okay. We just want good coaches with good personalities. That's all we want. Fitness coach is in place. Okay, so it's all coaches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, we have a really good coaching staff now, dude. Really good. I think we should be able to replace Hylito and Allison, though. Iker Byron. God, he's so good. Connor Cody. I think I might be able to create... Hold on. We're looking for a youth team. We're looking for coaches. Okay, I thought that was the button that was going to take me back to this screen. I am sure we've already offered a contract to Benjamin Fuchs to be with the B team, but that's okay. There's plenty of good coaches out there like Scott Galway. All right, now what we're going to do is add an attribute. Working with youngsters has to be at least very good. All right, there we go. That narrows me down a little bit. Ashley Higgins. I just want to get rid of those couple of... I already offered Masuzawa. I just had the same reaction again seeing him, though, and it was a good reaction. I was like, ooh. All right. All right, B team coaching assignments. We are lacking in defensive technical. We are lacking in defensive technical. Right now, that's Matsuhita. Okay, so the only thing we need to sign for is that position, and then we basically just have 7 other positions where we're able to... Yeah, we're really not able to make an improvement, so we probably just want to leave it. So defending, technical, and then just somebody else to help. Okay. Take that off. Defending... No one. There isn't a single, like, elite defensive coach there. All right, do you have good technical? 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 Thank you. Dang it! I'm signing that guy already for something else. What the hell? Do you have good technical? He's a possession guy. Didn't I offer Kaio Mancha already? No? I didn't offer him already. Well, he's reasonable working with youngsters. That's why I didn't freaking offer him. He's freaking terrible at it, attacking. Dang it! It's all the guys I'm already signing, bro. How is there not a single defensive technical coach that I can get up to 5 stars here? How is that not a thing? All right, whatever. It's not a thing. We just got to go sign the best 2 coaches that we can get our hands on, which would be somebody that's really good at this, and we really want to prioritize the ability to work with youngsters at a high level, obviously. So, Yari Bosch. I really liked this guy, I think, the last time I saw him. Adam Lawrence. Oh, he's so good. Oh, he's a stud. He's a stud, coach. How is that dude just available for free? He's a stud coach at this level. Brian Gruneweg. The authority's not great. If he has a good personality. Nope. Danny Gulm. Yeah, that's good. That's really nice. All right, Danny, you're coaching up on the B team, man. Get in there. Everybody else, you're staying, but on month to month so that we aren't overcommitted and we can kind of readdress that next year because I feel like there's some improvements that we definitely want to make. Okay. Physiotherapy team, we actually have room for a sports scientist. That's good. We have 4 physios, and we're going to want to re-sign those 3 to make sure we don't lose them for free. Because they're good physios. Marco Cesarini, good old Marco C-section there. And then we've got this guy. And one more. Sergio Laporta. I'm just glad we have elite physios at every level now. No concerns there. And then month to month, Shunsuke Naganama. So we have 2 sports science positions we can hire for. Quite open. We always want to do this, by the way. The reason we're doing this now is you want to do it after everything updates. All right, sports science, outstanding. No way. Leondi Van Ziel. Well, this is the one I saved. This is the one I saved because I was like, this girl wants to be a U19 sports scientist, and she literally has elite. The other guy was very good, right? We have no need to move him. We'll just keep him month to month. If that's the case, we're done.
Why did the footballer bring string to the match?
Saving him for the
So
saving her for the
tie the
U19s.
score.
That's what I was. That person was supposed to sign for the U19 team that I just offered, and the contract was right. I appreciate you guys looking out for me. I think I might have just misspoke. We have the Lone Army and the Couch Army. Zareos, thank you for the 29 months of the Prime. Blanche, thank you for the 41 months of the Tier 1. Fabregas, thank you for the 61 months. What do you call an American player in the knockout stages of the World Cup? A referee. You were the one that said that. Thank you. Fredinho, congrats on the year, dude. Marginal, thank you for the 7 months. Why did the footballer bring string to the match? So he could tie the score. F, I'm sorry. Philo, thank you for the Prime. The truth is the truth. The staff report says you don't have a head of youth development. I don't have a technical director because I obviously manage all my staff myself. But I do have a head of youth development. I don't know why it would say that. We're very happy with our head of youth development. She's tremendous. Her name is Magdalena Eriksson, former Swedish international. She has a professional personality, emphasizes wing play, and is obviously just a tremendous, just a tremendous head of youth development who got us a potential generational talent in the last intake. All righty. We're ready to go. Our staff is done. We sacked a few guys. It happens. Carrasco's loan is completed. Edward Graff has agreed to join as a scout right away. Cool. And we've signed a new goalkeeper to be part of our team, Jenner. So that's a nice free signing. I don't know why they think he's bad, because I think he's really good. I think he's a guy that if he's on the field in La Liga, he is not overmatched right now. And the fact that we're able to sign that guy for free, I think is a really nice pickup. Arnaud Jaquel is now under a bid from United for $38.5 million. Don't know if I see the vision. I don't know if I see the vision with that one. All right, we don't have a big splash transfer target right now, chat. I guess that does kind of concern me, but we don't. We do not have a big splash transfer target. Aquino's unbelievable, but he's just too expensive. Yeah, that ain't it. That ain't it. Only $103 million for Alejandro Coenu. No, it's easy, Chad. Just throw another $100 million at the fullback position. I feel like that's a good way to go about it. All right, we're going to go back to the yes list, and I'm going to do something weird. Everybody except for forward players. We have too many. Oh, at the very least, we're not looking for more right now, right? Everybody but forward players. Really like this. I really like this guy. Whoa, 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 whoa. Steady hand. Maybe a winger because we're going to lose Mustapic. Now, the the winger in like half space role in our tactic is already pretty crowded, all things considered. So it's not like a position that we're looking to move off of. I mean, this guy's got he's got a relegation release clause triggered of 6.2 million, which obviously opens him up as. I mean, he's so steady. I think after Aguirre moves, let's just make sure that Aguirre can move. And then we could literally just, like, swap those pieces, you know? Just swap those pieces. I wish I had a single midfielder on my team that was attracting literally any interest from any team on the face of the earth. That would be super sick. I'd really enjoy that. If I had a midfielder anywhere that literally anyone wanted to sign. God, that would just be awesome. I wonder what that feels like. All right, continue. We need our offers for Aguirre. We need our offers for Aguirre. What's my starting lineup right now? Assuming Mustapic says yes. Let me build my team here. Assuming Mustapic says yes. It's Lopez Teixeira for sure. Ejahiri takes the backup spot there. Assuming Aguirre is somebody we want out. Then we have Cañete, who's going to take the right spot. He's still learning it, but he knows it enough to start the season there, and he'll pick it up pretty quickly. All right, we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that'll be Van Rooyen. And then this is Sessa and Ortega up to the 7, 8 spots, and then 9, 10, 11 is for the other forward part of the team. Aguiar would be the 12th man. And we're definitely going to have Jaime Gutierrez back and in. Villalva's definitely going to be there. I think we have Villalva and Urbanic and somebody. Do we? No, Kier or the Knife. Knife and Egger. Lucas, Knife and Egger. Villalva, Urbanic. Kier. I just want to see what this looks like in flux here. Nicolo Savona, center back sub. Gutierrez there. Salvador, center back sub. Okay, we're actually not in a bad spot right now with those three guys. Savona, Gutierrez, and Salvador. I mean, Aguirre just goes out. Salvador steps in. Gutierrez is there. Savona's there. Savona's already a really steady presence. Plays the fullback as well. But I think Van Rooyen and then Rubio. Luis Miguel Navas also part up here. All right. Versales. Actually, no, it's Van Rooyen and Versales. Where's Rubio? Or no, Sar's in the team. Oh, yeah. Versales is starting. No. Sar is not there. Van Rooyen's there. Rubio's next to him. Cesar's the extra. All right. Inside, I know. Okay, Gonzalez is moving. Sar's likely a B team starter. Javier, Madi, Aguirre. Casado is going to take Ortega's spot. So we have Sessa and Casado. What's the starting team? Is it Sarai? I actually think it should be. I think it should be Sarai and. I think it'd be Sarai and Casado. It should be Sarai and Casado right now. And then we have Revert. We have Milayanus. Is like the extra midfielder if we want. We have Jannar. We have Schmidt. I need to pick up Rubio at some point. All right. He's selling. We want to move him. Sar's starting in the B team. Javier is somebody we want to sell for sure. Madi and Pizarro have active transfers negotiated. We can start to get rid of not at club guys here. Aguirre, we're actively trying to shop. probably want to loan Schmidt again, but I'm going to hang on to my goalkeepers just in case we get a move for Souza, at least early in this transfer window. Mustovic is on the move, but we're certainly not short bodies at any position, right? We feel like we've got starters in depth at every position. I feel like if the season started right now, I would feel really comfortable with where we're at in terms of having guys available, which is not normally the case. Normally we have like holes in our team. We're like, how do you guys feel about the state of the team right now? If you were me, right, I want to hear from we want to hear from the UD Melilla fans. Who would you want to get? I know it. That was a stupid offer out. Gutierrez showing pleasing progress. He's always showing pleasing progress, all right? Sell everyone. Need a star midfielder? Dude, we tried. He re-signed with Ajax, man. He chose to re-sign with Ajax instead of playing for us. All right, we've got a scouting intake. Maybe we got somebody here. We had 18 guys from Central Europe because for some reason, even though the scouting report that we have on Central Europe is showing guys that we've obviously scouted before. Right winger, Nana Frimpong, Desiree Braun, Raymond Kortstum. Oh, yo, Ty, never play Noonan. It's got the sauce. Modibo Bari. David Breward. Gerson Correa, who is a defensive midfielder, but he does not have the ability to contribute in the first team right now. Kasper Zelikovsky, the Wonder Kid list guy. Striker Jan Vandenberg. Long road for him to travel. Przemysław Bilka, or Brilka, lacks the height to be an effective world-class center back. Mohamed Hossein Peyravani. Oh, God, I'm not. No, he's 51 million, chat, and he's non-EU, obviously, because he's come from Iran. He's a hell of a player, but he's an unbelievable player. Physical engine with the athleticism, the speed, the strength, the anticipation and bravery. It's a nice 1-2 punch, but he's a really smart player. Obviously, technically, he's not somebody that jumps out, but in terms of being able to just eat the field, he's a hell of a player. Yeah, there's just no way for us to... I'm not going back into the well, especially at 50 million. Bayern Munich's Mateusz Bean. He's definitely somebody we want to look at. Maybe list for a year. Severin Schmidt. Good size, no speed. He's better than Jesus. He's better than Jesus. Takayoshi Akabe. We already know him. Arno Moten. Joe Everett. Franz Melinder. 15-year-old center back who's like already really good, and we if we were a big bully club, we might just already be launching at him. All right, we've got 11 guys that came up as part of our end of contract search, whose contract comes up at the end of this year. Samuel Mbangula. Louise Guillerme. No. Simon Bouabre. Alex Valle. Think we need another left back, guys? I really like Wilfred Singo. I'm going to put him on the yes list. Karnaseki, I think if we need somebody to go get, I think he's the guy. Mads Hermansson. And a contract. Luca Mailhammer. This dude's in the final year of his contract. He's an either-sided fullback with explosive athleticism and Bayern experience. I'm very intrigued by the fact he loves a big match, too. Got injury issues. And Gil Fernandez. They are letting Gil Fernandez go. We're okay with Gil Fernandez. Ongoing priority focus. Don't really know what that means, but we have found a serious wonder kid in Yvonne Vercruz. I'm just going to go with Vercruz because that name looks really hard to pronounce. Gunter Ratti. Anderlecht goalkeeper, Belgian U21 goalkeeper, and not a high potential guy. No. No reason to care about him. We have 9 players that have been offered to us by agents. Jack Hinchelwood. Time to scout. Rock Crawl. I like Rock Crawl. I don't like him that much. Douglas Nunes, I already know. Jason Cartwright, not interested. Ben Nelson. Well, we have the resources. We should go scout him. Mark Lancashire. Dominic Perpich. He's the type of center back I love. He's the type of center back I absolutely love. Alvaro Montoro. 25 to 32 million. I think he goes on the maybe list for a year. Just we keep a weather eye. Timothy Uma. Interesting. Dude's at Al fact, but they're not actually asking that. I don't know. Maybe we can get a good deal for him. There's 42 guys in our short list that we have scouted or as part of the World Cup. Panagiotis Santis. Inter's Greek center back. Oh, it's the 2 composure. Oh my goodness. I was like, why is this guy not why is this guy not good? He looks like a decent player. Nope. Gerson Maui. Suriname. Colin Blackson. Lionel Videla. Relishes a big match. Not going to disregard Jorge Rodriguez. This guy can't be far off the Argentine national team. It's a good player. I think cheaper list. Yep. Oh, we got some more guys from the Malaysian national team popping up. Okay. Unsurprisingly, nobody there that's really catching my eye. Wazim Bouali from Club African in the Tunisian national team. Now, that does count as EU for me. And he is a determined individual with a lot of ability and getting into the national team at 19. So I'm actually going to put him on the yes list. He might be a guy we signed towards the end of this window. Yona Nas. Doesn't like big matches. Unbelievable player, but he's got that little, maybe I'm not that good gene. He's got that little, maybe I'm not that good gene in there. Sneaky, 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 sneaky. Sneaky. Yeah, you thought. Bertrand Zilmans. Always an interesting guy because he's so huge. Yeah, that guy was an unbelievable player. But all the resources that you would have to give up to get him just don't make sense in the context of him not being a good enough player. Javi Avila. Panamanian International. No. Jo Dong Jun. I mean, we just haven't refined it enough. Like, obviously, the initial report is that he's a terrible player, but we don't know for sure. Jozef Malinovsky. Dejan Marash of the Slovenian national team. I mean, his technical ability is like kind of embarrassingly bad. Jim Matthews. Mood Ali Farhan Idris. Marcelo Esteval. That guy is so good. I probably should have just showed you his attributes so you could see what I'm talking about. Rasmus Anderson. There's just never any reason we're going to go after him. Siegfried Mowinckel. Quite a small dude. Not big on Siegfried Mowinckel right now. Not big on Hussein Al-Fatih. Marcel Anger. Not big on Marcel Anger right now either. Put him on the yes list and scouted him, I think, because we thought that he would have a little bit more in the tank than he does. David Jaramillo, Benfica youth team. Okay. Yanez Ladas. Oh, dude, there's another tournament we need to scout. Maybe somebody in the chat probably reminded me of him. It's like U19 Euros or something is on. We're going to be able to just scout a ton of players from that, yeah. I'm sure somebody in the chat brought that up like an hour ago. Enis Bayraktari. Size, kind of speed. I mean, the technical ability is just really bad. Nieldo. I just struggle with a center back that has that kind of determination, you know what I mean? Mitch Ingram. Ray Hernandez of the United States national team. A speedy right winger with crazy work rate. Most American player of all time. Oh my goodness, Scotland's got a 5-star. Torrin Bray. It's actually a central midfielder as well. But is he? And the last guy, Joel Antunes, or Antunes. Well, there's nothing in there. It's friggin' Central Europe, right? Let me see if I can fix that. Yeah, it's this one. Stop. There we go. We're gonna relaunch that one. See if we can fix whatever bug was happening with it. The first time it'll show us everybody again, I think, but not after that. Onward and upward. Get the Juve midfielder. You mean the Serbian guy? I don't think he improves the team. I really don't think he improves the team. Nebojša Miletic, like he's a good player and his value is good for like the level that he brings, but I don't think he improves the team. Nebojša Miletic. Yeah, I think we'd rather go with Jesus Rodriguez. The problem is the foreign player stuff, and we're dealing with the fact that nobody wants to put an offer in for Javier at the moment for some reason. There are definitely teams interested. Definitely teams interested. And our friendlies coming up in 4 days. Really? What is it? 31 million for Omar Yahya? Not going to compete there. Paris FC have made an offer for Audrey. Alejandro Martel. We've sold him for $6,000. We got money, baby. We got money. You're right. U19 Euros. I mentioned it and then got distracted. I'm going. The U19 Euros have never seen anything like me. The hell is Martel? I already removed him. Oh, no, I didn't. There he is. The hell off. Get the hell off my list. U19 European Championship. The Golden Boot. Let's just go the... All right, the U19 European Championship. It only has 8 teams. There's only 8 teams in the damn thing? All right. I thought it was at least a 16-team tournament. All right, Serbia. Serbia is a very likely one to give us somebody great. So we're going to scout like the whole team.
About
no
ATL.
Way.
Looking forward to visiting for the World Cup next week.
Yeah, I got you, Turbino. Anybody else coming in for the World Cup? To Canada, the U.S., or Mexico? Anybody else gonna be able to make it? Oh, look at that Spanish team. Fernando. Dude, we have so many players in this team. Salvador Zubi, Gallardo, Marcos Perez, Fernando, and Alejandro Yuste are in the team. Fine. For the not shortlisted guys and the guys that are not already on our team, I would like to know who you are. Real Madrid. Oh, that guy looks unbelievable. Oh, brother. Oh, give me a break. Give me a break. We're scouting the hell out of this. I would love an Irish Wonder Kid so much. So much. Oh, I was like, I have somebody here? I didn't think I had anybody here. All right, scouts working overtime, absolutely ripping this tournament apart. Unfortunate that we actually have 2 non-EU nations here, England and Israel. So we only have 6 nations that we could like sign somebody from and they would count as EU in our registration. Yeah, I mean, he's making more than twice as much money as the highest paid player on my team. I can't really be mad about that. But chat, this is a really sad one. I'm going to, even though this guy, I think maybe never even made a first team appearance for us, he was a real victory of our player development. A real victory of our player development. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Came in through our youth academy as, at the time, you know, in 2029, 2030, just another guy that had 4.5 to 5-star potential. He was not the number 1 highlighted player in his youth intake. You know, he played for Melilla B a little bit down in that 4th division. Played for Melilla B a little bit in that 3rd division. And then we kept giving him chances. We cleared the way. We cleared the way for him to start for the B team 2 years ago, and he took over and was amazing. And then we sent him on loan to Racing in La Liga last year, where he was amazing. That is just a perfect pathway into being a first-team player at this club. And right as we slated him in to be a first-team player at this club, he took a huge paycheck, and his release clause of $65 million was triggered, and he headed to Al Hilal. It's a ton of money. It's a ton of money for the club. But it hurts. You know, it hurts for somebody who is such a victory of the development of this club. The emphasis on youth and bringing guys through who's playing and balling out at the World Cup for Croatia right now, to leave for that. But look, if we're looking at his attributes and what he is right now, it's definitely a guy that you say, well, you get $65 million for that guy, you get $65 million for him, and you're really happy about it. So we would have rather gotten it for a number of other guys and kept developing him, but it happens. It happens, Chad. I'm not super sad about it. I'm just sad about it that he was the guy that got a big money move. Right, but we got a lot of quality players, and we want to cash in on when those opportunities come in.
Broadcasting come up than John Anderson going from hosting Wipeout to hosting Sports Center?
I mean, to be fair, I think Wipeout was pretty cool, if I remember what Wipeout is correctly. Satoshi Hattori, welcome to the B team as a performance analyst. Another great transfer here, chat. A guy that we signed for free last year, tried to turn into a center back. It didn't really work, is now being sold for $21.5 million. Yasir Mahdi. This is an amazing sale. This is an amazing sale. Yeah, we're massive. We're making a lot of money with transfers right now, obviously. Mustapic for $65 million, Yasir Mahdi for $21.5 million. He's actually going to play for Anderlecht. He's going to join Ty Neverplay Noonan at Anderlecht, very regular Moroccan national team player. We wanted it to work, but center back just wasn't his thing. So we thank Yasir Mahdi for the 5 appearances he made last year. Guy wasn't even registered for the second half of the season.
And
there goes the money. So we've got a war chest to go after somebody now. Obviously, we've put a lot of money together. Transfer budget's coming in at $108 million. We're going to have to adjust that a little bit. Try and put, some of that into the wage, just so we have a little more wage room. What we also want to do is make sure that we're really minding our registration. So our financial part of the registration is $63 million. So Ovi Ejahiri is obviously going to be a part of that. Allison Lopes Teixeira. Revert and Casado, the plan is for both of them to be registered. So we just gotta find our squad balance. So Aguirre is not supposed to be registered. Teo Pizarro is not supposed to be registered. Savona is. Sambasar is not. All right. That leaves us with Revert, Casado. Oh, damn. Salvador's not young enough. And Kjar. What? Oh, that's an all-time clutch, dude. Cesar has EU nationality. We didn't even think to look. It's just a dude from Poland named Cesar. He's got backdoor Poland nationality. Cold. No way. Wow, the Polish grandpa pulls a freaking EU passport. That's unreal. That's actually unreal. All right, we need to math our registration a little bit here. In La Liga, who do we not have registered right now that we would want to be registered? Luis Miguel Navas and Jens Kjar and Salvador and Cesar. So 4 guys. So we have 29 first team guys. We're gonna have to figure out what to do with 4 of them. I think our midfield's a little crowded. We got 6 guys playing there right now. If we bring up our sheet, right, that's who you see. Also, this is really sad, chat. Silvio Mustapic off the sheet. Off the sheet. Also, where is Yasir Mahdi? Yasir Mahdi off the sheet. He's officially sold. He's agreed the deal. He is gone. Cesar's full name? Yeah, it's going to be like something really Polish, isn't it? His name is Cesar Navraki. His name is Cesar Navraki. He's got a Polish dad or something. That's just such an insane backdoor foreign. Like, we don't have to move a foreign player. Technically, we have Avande, Vialva, and then who's the third? Oh, Lopes Teixeira, right. I got to get used to the fact Lopes Teixeira is hanging out here. Doesn't look like wage is going to be an issue right now. So let's... We're looking to move Javier. That gets Salvador into the registration. Then Cesar, Jens Kjar, and Facundo Aguirre. No, wrong. And Luis Miguel Navas. It's got to be Ander Ortega. The problem is nobody wants him. Meanwhile, Mile Yanus, I think we can pretty comfortably. What's his wage? Might do a last second loan out. We'll definitely put him on the loan list, but I think we might just play him in Melilla B. Just slip Yanus down to the Melilla B team. All right. Must guy. Dude. Oh, Atletico put $80 million on a table for Vialva right now. Put $80 million on a table for Gianmarco Vialva right now, please. Please. Oh, it would be so sick, dude. It would be so sick. It would be so sick. We would open a foreign spot. We would open a roster spot. Yeah, these roster spots, man, they're tough to get. You know, they're tough to get. We got a good team. We don't really want to move a center back right now because we got 6 center backs in the registration. We want 5 wing backs, right? Because it's such a specialist position. We want to be able to carry that extra wing back that's going to give us a little depth. I think the extra guys are in the midfield right now. And then obviously up front, like we just have so many forward-ish players on this team. But Navas, Jens Kjar, and Cesar, old Cesar Navraki are on the outside looking in. All right, we got to put him on the transfer list. We got to put Javier on the transfer list. Because it's becoming increasingly clear with our roster size. The Sell Aguiar revolt. The Sell Aguiar revolt in full swing. Oh. Yo, Global Jones, thank you for the 3 months on the Prime. Sorry, I was just catching up. Surreal Allen, thank you for the 5 months. Excited for the World Cup. Your debrief videos have built up so much hype for me. Much love back to Sweden, dude. I'm glad you're enjoying them. Allegedly. Allegedly mine. Javelin, thank you for the tier 1. Nut, thank you so much for the 2 months. Mason, thank you for the 5 months. Turbino, thank you for the 22 months. Thanks for answering the question. I got you. Bob Manuel, thank you for the 39 months. My opinion on John Anderson. Oh, I'm a Ladol. Congrats on the 1 year. I appreciate you. All right, we're going to put Javier on the transfer list, and I imagine there's going to be a lot of teams circling him. Because I think he's like just an automatic yes. And I think we'll feel this out as we go later. All right, David Corral, we've got to accept this offer. And I think the other offer that we have right now we need to get rid of. David Corral's been waiting on that offer, but his other offer was Burgos in the 3rd division. So that really ain't that good. He should go there instead. Jesus Carbonara Sauce, Medrano, Monier Sergerd Anderson, Kevin Castro with the loan. Ozir Silva's got his transfer figured out. Aaron Ruiz has got that figured out. Murcia, 3rd division. Andorra, 3rd division. Montez, I think you should take the Murcia move, to be honest with you. And then Bike on Shabazz rejected us. That's it. That's all we got. Okay. We're not waiting on any other big sales to go through. We're waiting on some sales to go through, but none of them are big and fancy. Jakub Kaja is a good midfielder, but 15 to 18 million. I don't know if we want to go in on that. And it's kind of... Thing is, I like one a midfielder, but we also have 6 midfielders, you know? Somebody's got to go, right? We only play 2 guys. It's got to be Ander. It has to be Ander Ortega. Like, I like Ortega, but the guy is incredibly injury prone, and he has not exactly taken super well to our systems. Am I going to any World Cup games? Yes. I'll have my World Cup plans figured out by Wednesday, but I need a couple of days to kind of figure them out. Dude, Barca's no longer interested in you, Ruben. I think you should just decide that you want to stay. Hey, people watch on the way back home. I think that our forward players are going to do so much better with somebody like Allison Lopes Teixeira that can be such a focal point for the team. I really want somebody to be interested in Yuri Urbanic. All right, we're gonna explore a couple of other offer outs. Yanus has moved down. Apparently, Mbambo's attracting interest. A lot of staff stuff there. Yanus moves down. Mbambo's getting looked at. Rangers outline intentions for Pizarro. Well, if anybody can beat 6 million, you have my ear. If not, he's probably going to accept that deal soon, and he's gone. So... better hustle. But you're being all public about it, so I'm thinking there might be something to it. I have not received an offer, no. All right, Rasmus Kai is joining Melilla B. All right, Devanes. B-team physio, Cedric Schmidt. Nice. Yeah, we didn't get him. We got Luca Loria, the unbelievably, literally $1 million compensation to be able to sign him as a scout. But worth it. All right, this is one of the ones I thought we might not get. Antonio Barragon said yes. Benjamin Fuchs has said yes to being a coach on the B team. Fernando Navarro said no. The scouts are so hard to sign, man. The scouts are so hard to sign. Oh. I just messed up some sort of instruction. I don't even know what it was. Benitez, yes. Yako Riemans, Physio B team. Haram Makaram Tavish, coach B team, yeah. It was something with team training.
New Zealand. Wild things in the South Pacific. Wellington Phoenix and Auckland FC are both in the A-League in Australia. They have been removed from the Australian Cup, are not eligible for the New Zealand Cup. If they win the A-League, Auckland FC just did. They do not qualify for the Asian Champions League due to being based in a different confederation. Auckland FC also plays in the new Oceania Pro League and won it, but cannot qualify for the Oceania CL. Might let Zealandism know.
Dude, what? Yeah. It's a mess. I mean, it's always difficult when you have a league that has teams from multiple nations, right? That's always difficult. But, bruh. Like, the Oceania is getting its own thing going. I think those clubs should just play in the Oceania League, but they're not eligible for the Champions League, and they've been blocked from the New Zealand Cup, which is obviously stupid. All right, we got our new loan manager. Goodbye to Night Virus 13, who's been our loan manager for the last couple of years. Thank you so much for your service, sir. Enjoy unemployment. I hear it's wonderful this time of year. The entirety of the scouting world is using me to boost their just their wages at their current clubs. Literally nobody is taking my deal right now. It's cool, man. It's cool. It's not like I care. Yep, Chris Smalling just used me. He's not even a scout. Used me to up his stuff again. Robert Glatzel's going to replace Time Intensive. Good, thank you, Time Intensive, for your service. Enjoy unemployment. But Robert Glatzel at least has agreed to join me. Adam Lawrence, U19's coach. That's good. No offers for Pizarro. A Night Virus is left. All right, Carbonero and Castro. These guys both suck, so I think they're down here. Kevin Castro's been loaned. And Carbonaro has been loaned. All right, those guys at least have found somewhere to go. Somebody wants them. It's certainly not me, but somebody does. What do you mean you rejected the loan? That's a perfectly good loan, man. What do you mean you rejected it? Oh, bro, the first team, the first team sports scientist we were trying to make a move for said no. That's not good. And so ends one of the most interesting careers in the history of UD Melilla. Azir Silva came in the opening youth intake of the save with Miguel and Miguel Rubio, always showed high potential, has played no less than 7 different loans, playing his way up from 2 years in the 4th division to a grueling 3.5 years in the 3rd division, after which we promoted him up to 2nd division loans. He then played a bit with the B team in the 2nd division before receiving a 3rd division loan for the second half of the year to get more playing time. He played 34 matches for the B team last year as a rotational, attacking midfield and winger option. He is now finally at the age of 24, having played 252 senior club matches, but none for the UD Melilla first team. He is now finally on the move. He is headed to Real Valladolid, where he will attempt to actually have control over his own destiny. It is safe to say he's been a tremendous servant of the club, and he's going to continue to have a long professional career, I am sure. And he ended up actually making us almost $2 million. What a glorious day. Goodbye, Azir Silva. Eventually. Azir Silva has officially been sold and is no longer listed as one of the more important forward players on the team. Is there any way to see if the B team's generating any actual revenue? I mean, I don't think so. Really. Very disappointing wave of coach signings, that is for sure. Do. Still don't have the influence, you know. Leondi Van Ziel accepted the U19's position, though. Fabian Friedrich is going to get Jakob Peters. And really, Diogo Pavia's turned it down as well? Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Improved our B team and our U19s. I don't really think we've improved our first team coaching team much through this. But we did add an incredible attacking coach, though, so that helps. Yeah, the problem is you'd be like, oh, well, let's go sign a big-time guy. Obviously, registration, we'd have to move somebody else, which is fine. Like, if we're signing a big-time guy, there just aren't a lot of big-time guys that would actually want to play for us that improve our team right now. Yeah, I'm very happy that Robert Glatzel is here. Actually, let me take a look at training right now and see if I can find old Robert Glatzel. You know, it said he was a 5-star man. He's actually not. He's a 4.5-star man. Unbelievable. Haramovsky. I see. Haramovsky. Let's get through another day or two, and then I'm just going to ask my assistant to assign. We'll just restructure it. Early Champions League qualifying going, or early Europa League qualifying going on as well. We'll just redo the whole thing. Red Star and Celia with an absolute showdown right now in the Europa League. Loser drops to the Conference League playoffs. Sounds like a gas. Pavel Janček receiving an offer from Roma. No. Jesus Montez, brother. Probably not going to waste too much of a thought on you. If this is a decent team, I'm going to accept it. It's a professional team. It's a professional team that for some reason wants you. You really shouldn't be arguing with that. Nebojša Militic, the midfielder, has moved from Juventus. And Finn is now making... Okay, that's not how much money he asked for from me. He's making $15 million a year, which obviously we wouldn't be able to afford, but he's making $15 million a year. He's gone into the black hole that is playing in Saudi Arabia. Itumeleng Benjamin. Guys on our staff signing deals to re-up and stay with the club. Gutierrez just got a little bit of a tight muscle. Just waiting for that moment where something opens up for us. All right, Segoviana, professional 4th division team. Totally cool. No offers for 4 players, Villalba, Urbanic, Aguiar, and Audrey. I don't like the idea of waiting. Wage demands are hilariously low. Resolute, banger. Level-headed, banger. Toolsy center back that fits right into the B team. I mean, $10 million is $10 million, but I think this guy has a chance when he's 21, 22 years old to be a first-team player. Fairly susceptible to injuries. He's not made of glass, and the teamwork's an issue. The teamwork is an issue. Okay. Not sold for $10 million for a guy that wouldn't be relevant to the first team for a while. Mexican goalkeeper Andres Cantu. Everybody recognizes his potential is insane. At some point, somebody's going to jump into the water. Francesco Marcangeli. Breakthrough prospect, but the wage is a little high for B team action. For Francesco Marcangeli, but the value is kind of ridiculous. Clicked on the wrong thing, right? He's a Serie B player. To try for guys who maybe don't want to play for you, they might be lying. Yeah, I think we are kind of at that point. Let me see if I can build like a really team-friendly deal here because this guy does, I feel like, has really good potential. He's got a really nice base. That's not team-friendly at all. He scores 10 goals for the first team, then yeah, I'll pay you $1 million. We're going to stretch that out. No. You're not going to bully me on that one. I'll be back. All right, let's get rid of this. This likely won't work, but maybe it will. This guy doesn't even want to play for me, really? Really? Then the incredibly talented Eli Jr. Krupi, Adama Diakite. Malhammer, yeah, he just plays fullback. Well, I know Bike and Shabazz doesn't want to freaking play for me. I'm going to go to the player database. $165,000 players. Best one I know that would want to play for me is Ruben Chiatti. There is a feeling in the team that we need a world-class midfielder. That is like the biggest thing we're missing. But somehow, if we could find a world-class midfielder, our team would be able to elevate dramatically. Salim Lagzawi, $19 million from Köln for the Norwegian international. Chian Nai-Koren, who's been amazing at this World Cup. Eric Yeranosian. Then there's Johan Manzambi, the 28-year-old Swiss midfielder. He's really good. Now you can do a secondary scout by value. Didn't really work. Literally breaks back. The cheapest guy at that level is Salim Lakzawi, who's currently a transfer target of multiple big teams. 28-year-old Salim Lakzawi doesn't enjoy big matches. Get him off the maybe list. Boom, there you go. Found the bad. Found the bad. There just isn't an obvious target right now, dude. Baikan Shabazz was the obvious target, and he's not there. There isn't somebody out there where I'm like, yo, that guy is somebody that we should sign. All right, Barso Jr., our head of sports science, thank you for your service. How many guys got hurt under your watch last year? Your job is injury prevention. It's like you forgot to read the job requirements, Barso. Unbelievable. Thank you for being a part of the staff, Barso. All right, Ruiz. Sojao from Ligue 1. We're going to take that again, I think. Damn, brother, that's squad player. Only we could get that to regular starter. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. The club's got a lot of money in a balance as well, which is why we should be able to eventually improve our youth facilities, you would hope. Freaking hope. What about the guy from Frankfurt who came through your scouting report? Not in the business of dropping. Well, I don't think we're a club that has the resources to burn. Where, like, when I spend 55 million, it doesn't come back to me as easily as it does to Chelsea or Bayern Munich or whatever, right? Oh, yeah. Danny Avande scores the winner. Somebody buy Danny, please. Somebody buy Danny. Please buy Danny Avande. All right. This is a great sale, chat. We don't get all this money at once. We get it in installments. It helps pay down our transfer debt. But we are selling 24-year-old B-team center back Ali Hapsalo for $5.5 million after signing him for free last year. That's a good piece of business, obviously. And he's not happy going out the door. And at the same time, we're selling backup goalkeeper and Swiss number 3, Teo Pizarro. Teo Pizarro, of course, played 7 matches for us this past season. He also played a couple of cup matches as well, 4 of those and 2 continental competition matches for a grand total of 13 first-team appearances for UD Melilla. We have a new reliable backup goalkeeper in our team, somebody that we like better. But thank you, Teo Pizarro, for being a really nice... we signed him for $2.5 million, used him for a year as a backup goalkeeper. We're selling him on for $6 million. It's just a good move. We're making money on the sign and sale, and we're also getting, I think, a better backup goalkeeper in the process. And, we had that hernia with Sosa where he was out for more than a month, and we ended up needing that guy. Monier Surgert Anderson, this guy gets no applause. He's somebody that came in, showed no potential. We're selling him for $27K. He was a free signing. But yeah, he signed and his potential dropped like a rock and he didn't get any better. And that's the downside of, this kind of development focus. Sometimes those guys you bring in and you sometimes you give somebody an opportunity and they just suck eggs, Sometimes you do that. All right, David Corral's on the move. Pablo Benavent has just made a move. Pablo Benavent has joined Lavadiakos for $325,000. I got 1% of that. We made $3,250. Nice. Huge. David Corral actually has, I think, like a really fringe chance to be a first-team player, so congrats on the loan. You're going to need to we're going to need to see some improvement that we have not really seen before from him. If he's going to be great. So there's this Sosu guy I keep getting updates about. Kwame Sosu. We don't need those updates. We don't need those updates. We don't need no stinking updates. Money is money. True. Solidarity payments. I mean, it's good to see a guy like Benevent who came through our academy is still, people are still paying money for him. Oh, dude, Man City's the team that got Traore. We really liked Abdoulaye Traore. Man City's the team that got him. Oh, dude, I forgot that we might have been playing Gerardo. I forgot about that. We probably did. I mean, I have no idea why we wouldn't have. Oh, is the World Cup over? Ricky Susanna just won World Cup Best Player. I think it might be over. Well, let's take a gander, huh? I think we were down to the semifinals the last time we looked at it anyways. I would take Netherlands. I think they were the only team that hadn't won it. Oh, it's Portugal now! It's the Portuguese! Finalists from 4 years ago. They have won. Netherlands beat England in penalties. Portugal beat France 2-1. It's Portugal, Netherlands. It's another championship loss for the Dutch. Oh, it's a soul crusher. It's 80th minute. It's Anicio Familiar from Stoke City, the 23-year-old who scores the winning goal after João Neves gave them the lead. Xavi Simons brought it back even. Oh, the semifinals were pretty good. England had the lead early. Cole Palmer missed his penalty. And then Portugal actually came from behind, down early against France. It was Rodrigo Mora and Daniel Bajanqui, who scored the winning goal in the second half for Portugal. We have a first-time world champion. A first-time world champion. Portugal are the kings of the world. They've beaten the Netherlands to win the World Cup. As CR7, oh, are you kidding? CR7 was on the bench, dude. You think that CR7 wouldn't be there? If he wants to be called up, he's going to be called up. That's what I always get told. You know, CR7 was there. He was in the team. Emil Todorov. I'm kind of stashing this guy because I really liked this guy. I'm going to get in the conversation. I'm going to see what he might want, what we might be able to offer. Oh, I thought that was Prem. Oh, it's not Prem. Rock crawls on the move. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, me. Oh, my. We have hit 100 players. And all of them are probably... Oh, we've got some Southern Europe guys that we can go through pretty quickly. Fiorio Maziello. Nikolai Paulson. Lovro Nanadic. Franajek Batka. We know these guys. Nikolai Dahl Sorensen. Just, you know, well, you guys keep signing these players. They're not actually going to develop. You got to let them go somewhere else, and they might actually turn into something. You're suffocating them, man. Winde Asef. Ooh. Oh, he's a player. Lazio knows he's a player, too. They're already charging. Yeah, we'll try again. They said, come back. Come back. We want to negotiate again, is what they said. Please, come back. Out of sense. Bro, will you stop that? No, they just add a bunch of stuff and lock it. Now, I'll be back again. Mateo Nava. Oh, he's so good. Have so many guys at that position already. Jacopo Tessitore. I don't believe that potential. I don't. But my scouts are really convinced that this guy is like chance to be a world beater type player. Northern Europe? Ah, you. Lucas Bjerga. All right, even Baldassare? Okay. Got it. Agent offers. 7 guys have been offered by their agents. Iman Sleety. 43 million. No. Murillo. Attilo Ertz. Already have him on my short list. Evan Ferguson for 50 million. Oh, and he doesn't like big matches? Brother, sign me up. And Manuel Ugarte. No. Juan Cruz Medina. But he looks good. I think that guy's been playing with the Argentine national team as well. All right, no. Barack Haddad, no. Matty Dean, goodness gracious. We scouted the U19 Euros. That's where these guys are coming from. That is a redonkulous high potential player there. Bruno Durdov. This guy is not one of those guys. He's just somebody that we've scouted. Doesn't enjoy a big match. That's all I need to see. Saudi Arabian Badir Al-Subai. It's pretty good. A pretty good player. Victor Hugo. '18 pace, 18 technique, dog. Who does that? He also doesn't like big matches, and so we're never going to splurge with the amount of money that you would need to be able to sign that guy. It just ain't ever going to happen. Serge Konan. I mean, physically and mentally, this guy's all there. He's all exactly where he needs to be. It's just technically he's not, like, kind of at all. He's not really there at all. Marek Krij. None of these guys are from the U19 Euros. These are just other guys that I had scouted, apparently. Lucas Kolbeck. Slavia Prague. I kind of want to scout him again. Alfred Pavez Contreras. What did I scout where these guys were playing? Where there was like 22-year-olds? When did I scout Chileans and Swedes? I don't know. No one win, no. Ahmed Shah. Okay, we're not even done with the World Cup stuff. Wazim Zwabi. Christian Baron. 21-year-old German. Albert Bengramian. No, we don't need to keep scouting him. Katsue Saki. Gabriel Jouplasti. Dimitro Vilkovyi. Ernesto Chaparro, this defensive midfielder at Boca Juniors. That's not what I clicked. Yeah, we're curious, man. He has no interest, though, so that's fine. I don't even know how that came up. I certainly didn't click on him, but sometimes, sometimes the game just really wants that to open. Oh, Nino Vucek. I love this Nino Vucek guy. Think of the amount of money that we have right now. We would definitely want to sign Nino Vucek and then just maybe B team. Breakthrough prospect. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good deal. Hey, man. That was a good deal. At 600,000, that's fine. Cool. 6 million straight up front, 5 million if he makes a bunch of appearances, and a certain amount of money for every appearance that he makes as well. Sam Stewart, Wellington Phoenix. No. I think some of these are still World Cup guys. I think we're still looking at World Cup guys. Kim Song-il, Abubakar. Yeah, it's definitely still just guys from the World Cup. Alrighty. Juan Carlos Lobo. 24-year-old Spanish just dude. Good player. Doesn't really have a lot going for him. 16-year-old Red Star goalkeeper David Mijanovic. Hey, we know. That's from the Euros. This guy's got a nationality that we can pay attention to. Joaquin Concentrations at 4. Just a diabolically bad defensive player if he ever ends up in that position. Has to be a forward-minded guy. But because his value is actually not crazy high and he has some EU, we can keep an eye on him. Jonathan Whittington. It's not a guy we're going to keep an eye on. I don't make a habit of keeping an eye on these guys that, oh my goodness. Is he on loan? Is this guy on loan or not? He's playing England U19s at 15. Dog! That guy's future is so bright. Wait. Okay, no, he turned 16 in 2 days. I was like, did he just turn 15? They're already valuing him at 20 million. Such a rare English player that you just like see him come through the youth intake somewhere else. Hey, look at Miguel. He's turning out okay. Firuz Yusupov. Tajikistan left-sided player. Stays. Stanislav Bilik. 20-year-old Mlada Boleslav defensive midfielder. Thomas Marstuk. No. I'm waiting for guys that are either World Cup or something else. Saeed Matar. Yeah, just isn't anything there. Itumalang Benjamin. Mauricio Gonzalez. Part of that large collection of Mexican dudes on my yes list that I always almost sign. Jose Manuel Velasco. Am I crazy or is this guy just really short? I was like, damn, this guy's actually really good. He's 5'9", though, and can't jump. Ay. He's just a left-sided defender. Man. Mazoud Samadi. Vissarion Kozkolos. Nodirian Akramov. Okay. All right. Nigel Sessions. Big Nige. Australian Muad Al-Zaway, who plays in Japan. That dude's just an interesting guy. It's a really interesting guy. Kevin Van Oystel. Carl Etta Ayong. He was recommended to me by somebody, I don't know. Not an end of contract guy we could target either. Abubakar Gassama. 51 million value. Okay. Victor Rakpo. He's got good size, right? He does. Robert, I'm going to say no on a guy that's 20 years old with that current ability. Majid Al-Safari. I'm going to say no. Actually going to just stop that completely. Yoann Longville from Slaven Belup. Bit of a small goalkeeper. Also rushes out a lot, doesn't like big matches, and is inconsistent. Zealand, the world is begging you to ignore that guy. Comoros women just beat Sudan women 30-0 on aggregate. I mean, surely the biggest win for Comoros in any footballing competition ever. Who is on the Sudanese women's team? Clearly no one. I mean, Sudan's got a lot going on, but they have a way better footballing culture than 30-0 to Comoros. Like, all right, nobody was in there. Dang it. Absolutely nobody valuable in there for us. We are joining the party for Todorov because we like Todorov. I'm going to reject the loan back. I think he's got more interest in joining us, but he wants... Look, dog, you're really good for the Bulgarian league, and I get it. You think you're all that and a bag of chips on the side with 34 caps for Bulgaria and everything, and it's time for you to make your jump to a bigger league. But I got 6 midfielders on my team better than you. I have at least 5, probably 6 midfielders better than you. Brazil beat the U.S., yeah, in women's football. Which right now, we're locked in on the men's side of the game, so... There is a late bloomer trait in the game. It's just not very common. It's not a guy that plays in the first team for me. This is what I need right here. Look at that frigging wage demand, dude. Look at that wage demand. $275,000 a year. It's only $6 million up front. It's $11.5 million total if he ends up becoming a regular first team player for us. Like, yes, please. I mean, just yes, please. You know what I mean? Like, what world would I ever say no to that? That's so good. All right, Pizarro's been sold. I think we clapped him off. And then Ali Hapsalo has been sold. I think we clapped him off. And Monir Sergerd Anderson, who didn't deserve a clap, has been sold off just to kind of make the room. We haven't gotten any offers for Aguirre, which is a little annoying. We did take our offer for Grieven Rodriguez. We still have Kenny Gonzalez in the squad, which is a little annoying. What are you going to do, right? Okay, Audrey, ask agent about market interest. He didn't even answer me. That's not the asking price. There is no asking price. Okay. There's no asking price. Stop. We're going to offer him out for that again, but there is no asking price. Enrique Medrano. See you later, buddy. Have fun. Develop. Focus on development. All right, see you later, Enrique. Have fun. Loaned out 4 different center backs. People seem to be really, really into getting their center backs on loan here. From us. Roberto. Hey, man. Have a great time. I have no idea who you are. Oh, you're a no. Oh, great, dude. Have a fun one. What loan am I supposed to cancel? Oh, God. I was supposed to cancel a loan that I forgot about. What loan was I supposed to cancel? God you were right, bro. Oh, I just killed the rest of his career. The very small chance he had to be a first team player. That's a semi-pro loan, dude. I forgot. Damn. Darby County, please tell me you're Prem. Of course you're not. Why would you be? You wouldn't be interested in him if you were in the Prem, would you? All right, Jesus Montez, another loan for one of our younger guys. Oh, come on. Bruised calf. What's a I was so close. I was so close to being right. The calf and the ankle, I mean, they are right next to each other, right? They are right next to each other. I was so close to calling that. Nothing crazy there. All right. We were coming out of the woods of all of these initial loans of some of our younger players that random lower league Spanish teams wanted to pick up. I don't know. Compare Navas and Aguiar. I know, chat. I know. It's not a final answer. Right? It's just what's there right now. Oh, that guy's not. We're just looking at in a contract with him. That guy ain't nothing. He ain't nothing. Sim Yonkers. It's for recruitment analysts, right? All right, you're getting Amar Derwish. You're taking his job. You're recruitment analyzing. Thank you very much, good sir. Sim Yonkers. I thought we'd already signed all of our staff. Oh, I delayed that one. Because I knew that I had multiple guys at the same time, but that it would... one of them would cancel because it'd be like, oh, we have too many guys at the spot. Because when you have two guys, I don't even know how to explain it. I'm tired and I didn't eat enough today. But you have two guys in this, one. Let's say you have one open spot left at recruitment analyst. And you're planning on firing another recruitment analyst or two when you sign these guys. If you have two recruitment analysts say they want to sign at the same time and you accept both of them, one will fill the empty spot and then the other one will just get rejected. Because they'll be like, oh, you have no more room, even though you have two guys that you can mutually terminate for free at any time. And so I delayed that one a week so that I would get the appropriate message. Not always wrong, just wrong sometimes. All right, I love this signing. $6 million up front for this kid who's 19 years old. ACL? No, but moderate calf strain. He reeks of a guy we're going to be able to turn around and sell for $20 million. Or, shoot, if he plays really well in the B team, La Liga loan next year, I think there's a really bright future for this kid. And he really, really is okay with playing, B team football. That's just one of those guys where when we have a lot of money in the war chest, you see him and you're like, yep. Stable future for the club is what's created by signing guys like Nino Vucek. Straight to the B team, have fun. Very reasonable B team wage as well, which is like the second key to that. Jaime Gutierrez? For how much? Oh my God, please. $58 million for that lump of coal? Please. I love him, but he just doesn't have the shiny quality that normally attracts big transfer offers, dog. He does not. He's a grinder. He's a gritty, grinding player. I don't see it. Fabio Balde, 24-year-old midfielder. I don't think he's somebody that makes our team better. How is there never any interest in this guy? He's such a competent player with significant international experience. And nobody ever wants him, ever. It's so frustrating. Gonzalez. Doesn't want to give up on the dream, man. He wants to be a UD Melilla player. He does not want to give up on the dream. Manchester City found Fernando Quinones. This guy refused to talk to me, and it ends up, I guess he was right. He knew he was going to get a Manchester City eventually. He knew before I did. You lose a center back, you should go for Yvonne. I honestly might, regardless. If we get towards the end of this transfer window, and Yvonne's only 20 million, and he is clearly a really high potential center back, we wouldn't mind. All right, we're running our full first team against Man City here. Oh, nice. Alison Lopez Teixeira's 3 to 6 weeks with a hamstring issue after his second match. We had the lead. Luis Miguel Navas actually scored in the 20th minute. What do you want, dude? You came in and it was like, we're going to loan you. And you're just like, no. It's like, yeah, part of my contract is I definitely want to go out on loan, play, and, develop and stuff. And he's just like, no. What if I didn't do that? What if I turned down multiple loans to France? What if I just hate the French? Palace is in the championship. That makes me sad. A lot of hope up there. Augsburg, second Bundesliga. Not yet. Arturo Ledesma from Puebla. No, that doesn't make any sense to me right now. Can he make progress in his height? Can Carlos Sudo make progress in his height? Yeah, it's all well and good, but we need more width. So we're gonna go with the larger of the two pitch sizes for Tingus Pingus Park. The Pingus. So I think we are, based off when that injury happened, going to be without our guy for some time. Who wants him? Valladolid's U19s want him in a trial. Oh no, this is just an offer. No. It's 15, man. We'll at least play him. Let him play with the youth team for a couple of years. Why are they all? That dude is like so meaningless. He's probably not even gonna have a professional career. And they're just offering for him. Yo, Yester Peters, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Who's Julin? Thank goodness. It's just a tight hamstring. We're all good. Yahya on the move. Amara Juf. I mean, I like Amara Juf, but we have better players at that position. Audrey and Kenny Gonzalez. Great. Kenny Gonzalez does not want to leave, man. He does not want to leave. We are going to go ahead and set him to surplus to requirements. I think the biggest issue is that Kenny Gonzalez really, really, really doesn't want to leave. See if we can find a loan for Kenny Gonzalez for a year. Goodness. Joaquin's potential is so insane. Like, obviously, PSG has bottled his development. But to consider that even at the level we're at, this kid who came through our youth intake in, like, what, the first year, still has, like, superstar potential. I mean, he came into our youth intake in the second year when we were in the 4th division, and the fact that his potential is that ridiculously high at the level he's still at. Yeah, I think the size of club he's at, he's just way just too expensive for the B team. He'd end up in a loan army situation where nothing really happens. He's just not going to reach that potential anymore. He's been wasting away for too long. He's been wasting away for too long. Could have been. What could have been. What could have been. We know Sosa's a target. Either you're going to pay the money or you're not. All right? Dude. All right, here's the deal. I am going to take every regular starter offer, Aaron Ruiz. You tell me which one you want. I took them all. Troyes, Toulouse, Groningen, Rio Ave, and Kazım Pasha. Every single one. Semi-pro, semi-pro, semi-pro. We don't send our guys most of the time on loans to semi-pro teams. We don't. All right, we just got our monthly thing again. 99 players on it again. 99. Which means there's guys that were on the list that then, don't get put on the list or whatever. Mario Alban, it's a PSG. I don't really care. Eddie Salgado. Ali Hopsalo. Can we not? Can we not, please? Do 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 do. I'm looking at him as a midfielder, not as a center back at all. They're like he's listed as a center back, but I think as a midfielder, he actually makes some sense. I'll put him on the yes list. We'll see. We'll see. I feel like I just know Ivan Lopez, like a good player we're keeping our eye on. If the price point changes, if something changes in his reality, then we make a move. Francesc Guzman, Jose Angel Molina. Takashi Yanagasaki. Nice. Pierre Nyang. God, I wish he was fast. I wish he was fast, but he's not really. Still going to go on the yes list. Mark McKaylee. Okay, and Chancel and Goma, the 16-year-old at Strasbourg, who is already 6'4". How many Wonder Kid defensive midfielders does one team need? I mean, really. How many do they need? All right, I'm going to try to negotiate for this guy for the 14th time. We're going to pay $6 million up front. We're going to pay 3 monthly installments of $7 million. That's a $13 million offer. And then after league appearances, I will pay you another $1 million if he makes 50 first-team league appearances. Loan back to the end of the season, and that's it. I don't hate that. Accept your demands. He can play at Parma. It's not a bad place for him to play. He can learn the Spanish language in his own time. Tomorrow, no. Oscar Bob. Those contracts running out. Not going before then. Fabio Balde. I'm assuming he got offered to everybody. Seems like that's what they were doing. No, I didn't. I didn't want to remove and exclude either of those. Actually, I should have done it with the profit, but I figured they weren't going to put anything back. I figured we'd just be able to win that negotiation right there. We did not win that negotiation right there, but they added the loan back, and I don't hate the loan back, like I said earlier, so this guy's a chance, maybe, to be a defensive midfield target for us if he comes in the high end of what I was just seeing. Leopold Querfeld. Yep, the agent wants me to pay, what, $80 million? I think was what I saw. And Inzer Gensch. Let's take a look at all these guys from the U19 Zeros. We're expecting both most of them to suck. Dominic Perpich. Into contract. Faux show. Guy's good. Harvey Young. Vanya Churkovich. Hey, that's not fair. You guys stole that guy away from me. You guys stole. Now you're not doing anything with him. Now I'm watching and you're not doing anything. The hell's up with that, man? Amadou Vernu. No, this dude's not good. Ricky Susanna, who won Best Young Player at the World Cup. I don't think he even looks that good yet, but I mean, clearly he was getting results in the field, so what do I know? Central midfielder from Zed, Emmanuel Onyekachi. That is in the Egyptian Premier League, which means wages might be an issue. Oh, I've already tried to sign this guy. Ah, okay. This is a train I have attempted to board before. Oh my god. Whatever, dude. You have my undivided attention, big dog. It's just not seeing quite enough where I'm like, let me throw 20 million because I know I'll get that 20 million back. I'm not seeing quite enough for that. But we're not far away. We are not far away. All right, Moreno's dudes at Real Madrid Castilla. There we go. Mirza Pontic is at Partizan. Could be a guy that we want to go after. Will Lancashire. Yeah, no. Lee Min Ki. That's a really competent player for the, the South Korean League. Still not good enough. Lucas Kolbeck. I guess he just can't get any better. That's just what we're seeing, that there's nothing left on that bone.
I get to catch a late Zealand stream. Let's go. Hope you're well, Zed, and you're fine, Zealand.
Yes, very late Zealand stream. Majid Osawi is unhappy with his agreed playing time. Interesting. Little trouble in paradise there for Saudi Arabia. One of their chosen sons, not very good. Josip Barak. Oh, this guy's a backup on the Croatian national team. That's what he's doing here. We're still getting through the guys that were at the World Cup. We are still getting through the guys of the World Cup. Ibrahim Rabbi. No. Paterne Kasongo. No. Manuel Ramon, 24-year-old Mexican winger. Yeah, I'd rather call that dude than Villalba. You're right. How about no? That guy was 5 tackling. There's like never a chance for him to be a player, a real player. Marco Caceres, something like that. Effie Barak, no. Omar Altman, no. Nizo Ponzmir, no. Jamie England. I don't know. It's a little on the nose for me. It's a little suspicious. 17-year-old Mateja Spazievich. Well, that guy's good. And obviously he's got some EU nationality as well, and they don't seem to value him too much. No doubt he's going to get lost in the sauce trying to break through with a team like that. Luke Baboom. Once again, taking a look at the old Baboomer. Maybe. Dude needs a really nice development now. Jesus Cedeno. No. Abdul Majid Al Otaibi. No. De Silva. You're like missing the first half of your name. It's always throwing me off. This dude's in the Brazil team. What the hell? I just said no to a guy who's in the Brazil team. That was an empowering feeling. Kevin Van Oystel. Yeah, that's the type of center back that's going to become rarer and rarer these days. Carl Etta Young. How often is this guy going to come up exactly? I guess my recruitment analyst has now submitted a report on Carl Etta Young. If he comes up again, I'm going to lose it. But right now, I can find a justification for him popping up twice, not 3 times. Andreas Allentoft. He's fine. Send a contract or no? On the yes list still. Old Tyrick Mitchell. Jordan Gerber, baby. He's no longer a wonder kid. He's just onto the cheaper list for a year. Lucas Jacques. Yeah, we don't have any room, don't have any need right now. Don't have any room or need. El Shadil Bichiabu. Take him off the maybe list, bro. He's valued at over 40 million. What am I going to do with a guy valued at over 40 million? I wouldn't even know what to do with all that, man. I'd just be sitting there. Friggin' 28-year-old valued at 40 million. All right. The reports are coming around. We've got our Euros reports coming through. All right. Mark and Jelly. We got him loaned back for the whole year, which is not bad. He takes breakthrough prospect. All right, this is a wage that would not allow him to play for the B team anyways. We're going to try to keep those and then reduce this, and we're also going to try to elevate this, because especially as a forward, the value could be really high if that potential hits. If that potential hits, could be real high. There you go. Mark and Jelly, that's $6 million upfront, $7 million overtime. It's an investment in the future, but we're taking a couple of those right now. Building out our profile of guys we think could be worth a lot of money. All right, Rock Crawl is headed to Liverpool, so no longer going to be on that short list for us. And now we've got this match coming up. Let's do a quick pick team. See what team they throw on the field if we do a quick pick team. Wait, I put Javier on the transfer list, and all of a sudden nobody wants him? It's supposed to drive up interest. Does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? Vialva and 2 goals for Havacote in the second half for a win against Tarragona. Probably should have been more convincing than that. It wasn't. Just waiting for the big offers. I'm waiting for the big offers. Okay, now all of a sudden all the transfer interest is there. Now that I've offered him out, now the transfer interest is there. All right. And Aguirre. Aguirre is a guy that has to move. He has to move. All right, Gonzalez. He's got 3 La Liga Dos offers. That's definitely where we should send him. 2 of them are regular starter. We will accept those 2 offers. Give him a choice of those 2 teams, and I'm assuming his life will be good. This is a 4th division, it's a bad goalkeeper from our youth teams who can be a 4th division guy. Oh, they've negotiated the transfer. Oh, that's cute. For what? Thank you. Thank you. It's going to start to freaking lose it. It's a guy that could probably step in and play for our B team right away because we're kind of loaning out some guys that usually play midfield in our B team. Oh, yeah. Didn't I do this already? I already offered him once and he agreed to it. And then it was like, I've just signed with a new club. You're not going to be able to get me to leave here. And then I was like, oh, sick. And then he was like, oh. Yeah, I don't think the price is too high. I mean, the only time you end up in a bad situation is if you have a Kenny Gonzalez situation. All right, let's explore this Javier interest the way it's set up now. Liverpool and Chelsea believe he could be a first-team player for them. I think we offered him out once. We got him in front of those clubs, and I think now we wait. You aren't in my plans. Yes, he said, cool, I'm okay with that. He's going to help find a move. Yes. Sorry, Javier. You're a good player. I really don't dislike you, but you're not in my plans for the coming year, so it's time to move. It's time to go. The door is behind you. Venezuelan Jan Hurtado's been given a free transfer. Well, let's go ahead and trial him now. Shoot. Let's go ahead and trial him now. No, I can't do that. He's getting Spanish nationality right now. I can't do that. You thought I could. I can't. Only for $28.5 million. Yeah, those weren't the interested teams. That was Inter. That said they Inter. So when it says that, those aren't the teams that are interested. So like Inter is not even listed as having interest. Oh, and they're all gone again. Okay. When I offer them out, they're there. And then when the offer comes back, then they disappear again. Yeah, Inter's like the clubs that come up on that part of the message aren't actually on the interested part. Those are just other clubs that are like, hey, we would be interested if the price was this, right? All right, Aguirre, we're going to convince to help find his move. And then we are going to offer him out for $10 million. We always knew he wasn't going to be a big money guy, but it hurts to maybe have to go below $10 million. We found out he doesn't like big matches, and that kind of caps our opinion of him. $65 million for Javier is not an overreach. Especially if we have teams like Chelsea looking at him and going, this guy could be a first team player for us. Damn, Monterrey have gone for Lucas Jaquez. Well, that's there goes there goes a nice backup option. All right, La Liga squad to be decided. This is the initial decision round here. This is the initial decision round. Sam Bassar unregistered. Facundo Aguirre unregistered. Javier unregistered. Do 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 do. We took Pizarro off. Yeah, we don't even have. We need Ovi Ejihiri. Right, that's why that thing was open. Okay, so Ovi Ejihiri's in there. These are all the guys that are not registered. Casado has to be. Casado just has to be. Hey, whatever happened to that one team that was like, yo, Jaime Gutierrez, we will pay $58 million for you? Where'd those guys go? Really liked those guys. This is not the final selection. It's just like they need an initial squad list to get ready for the rest of the season. It's not, yeah, it's that's all it is. Yeah, that apparently was recognized in the game as being like registration where guys are in or out. Ooh, title odds. What do we got? 50 to 1? That's not bad. That's not bad. Oh, we're 25 to 1. We're 50 to 1 to go down. They love our team. They love the quality we've shown over the last couple of years. We are a projected top 4 team. We are a projected top 4 team. That ain't bad. All right, where's did we get any interest drummed up by any potential omissions? Damn, value dropped like an absolute stone. His value dropped like a stone, dude, after him being removed from the registration. Mbambo scores. We beat Mönchengladbach. That's nice. Oh, damn you. Right. Manuel Mora is off on loan. There you go, buddy. Have fun. Yay. You're gonna do great, kid. No idea. All right, I do have to leave it there today, though, chat. I do have to leave it there today. I don't think it was... Like, obviously, we progressed a lot in our understanding of our team and what we need going into this season. But we missed on the big, midfield signing that we thought we were going to get. I mean, nobody else was competing for that midfielder, and then he just decided to re-sign with Ajax. So that really sucked. That really sucked. But I'm glad that even though it was really late, I was able to get on today, chat. I'm sorry, I had a bunch of stuff that I had to do this morning, reviewing videos and whatever. We have some very exciting plans for the World Cup that we are actively putting together, and I cannot wait to share those with you. I'll be able to share them on Wednesday. We're streaming Monday through Wednesday this week, and then maybe Friday. And then obviously the World Cup's going to be in full swing after that, and we'll be in full World Cup mode. But you do not have to worry. We will be back on Melilla soon enough. We'll be streaming around the World Cup as much as we can. But love you guys. Fist bump. Thanks for hanging out on the super late stream today on Twitch and on YouTube. I will see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.